Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Ireland Live for Wednesday, the 8th of October, 2025. My name is Paul Fitzsimons. I'll be joined by Orla Donoghue now in the next few minutes. Packed show. A lot to talk about here. We have migrants bashing each other in Blanchardstown Shopping Centre. Getting texts in there, loads of texts already. We also have, we're going to talk about the Christians being killed in Nigeria, and also we've newly elected here. We've Ben Scallon talking to the ministers here to call them out. And I have a young girl who has just got evicted. I'm going to show the video that she was evicted from. It's heartbreaking. I swear to God, it really is heartbreaking. But we've got a lot to talk about now on the show tonight. So the fuel prices, Jim Gavin, as I said, the eviction notice, and racism in Ireland. We had a panel that was on the other night, and I'll just let you watch it anyway. So welcome, everyone, to the show tonight. I have the lovely Orla coming. What's happening here? Hello there.
Well, how are you?
How are you? I'm good, hon.
Grand.
All good this evening. Yeah, very good. Yeah, you seem to have frozen there for a minute. I'm not freezing. It's cold out, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Out. But sure, look, I suppose it's October. What can we expect?
We have the hunger strikers.
Yes, I sent over the video.
The hunger strikers who are 18. I have it there. Ferg sent me over, and Ferg did a video with them earlier.
Yeah, that's what I sent over
was
as
in
well,
there with them. They were nearly out of water, and so I have that there. We'll talk about that now in the next few minutes. But Jesus, people, we're up to 200 there already. Keep out there, people. Hello, gang. Hello. It must be Wednesday evening. How are you, John? How's things? How are you, Angie? How's everyone? Hi. Good evening, Paula.
Hey, Mark. How are you?
I've seen a few videos there today. Budget was a joke. We should all stop paying tax. We should all stop doing lots of things, lads. But why not? Deal with that, Cockdina.
Hey, Liz, how are you?
Deal with. How are you? How's things?
Hey, Selena.
What?
Nothing. I was just saying, hey, Selena.
What did you say?
Can you not hear me? You're freezing, Paul.
No, I'm only joking. Yeah, I think the word connection here, I have to put the word connection in here because...
Yeah, you're freezing.
The Wi-Fi doesn't seem to be doing its job. Now we should be back. Are we back? Are you back there, Orla? Yeah.
It's you, yeah. Well, you're freezing.
I can't hear. I can hear you. Yeah. Any Nixers from me, Paul? Jerome, I wish I had, mate. I'm looking for Nixers myself if I can. How are you, Chris? Hello.
Hey, Chris.
Des Dewley. How are you, Des? You up? Good man, Des. Fair play to you. Hi, Paul and Orla. I know it's cold there, but out there, Orla, but Paul's freezing. Am I all right now? I think I'm all right.
Yeah. He's literally freezing, Chris.
Literally freezing, but it is cold out. I have to say, it is cold out. But the budget, we had Nick talking about the budget. I tell you, I'm actually going to go with that.
Did I send on his video as well? It was actually very good.
Sent me on loads of stuff there, and I actually have a report for the modular homes in Clonmel, and the guy who actually did the report, I'm going to bring Liam on now later on. I'm going to send him on the link now in the next few minutes. Great. So I think he's working till after 9 or whatever, but I will send it on.
Yeah, I was only talking to him a few minutes ago anyway, so.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go with this, the budget from Nick. Okay, let's go with this to see what Nick has to say.
Budget 2026 has just been published, and I think I'm the only person that's spotted what's going on. Mainstream media tend to focus on trivial items like the price of cigarettes and alcohol, but they're pretty irrelevant. In order to figure out what's going on, you got to read the documents yourself. This is the 2026 expenditure report. A 300-page technical document that goes through department by department, line by line, how all of our money is being spent. This is the Department of Justice, Home Affairs and Migration. As you can see, they get given 5.7 billion euros a year, and this is how they spend it. 2.7 of it is going to migration. Now, before we go any further, we need to remind ourselves that over the last couple of weeks, the media have been having a field day reporting on the levels of government waste and spending and negligence and fraud in the IPAS system. That's all because of this report from the government's own Comptroller and Auditor General that set out very clearly in the government's own words how there is so much fraud, waste and abuse in this system. So much so that even yesterday the Irish Times came out and called it a wild west. We've been saying that here for about 2 years now. Sorts of TDs from across the country are now coming out and jumping on our bandwagon. Choo choo, welcome aboard. So back to the matter at hand. When we dig into the middle of this 300-page report, there is one sentence that is buried deep, but once read, it sticks out like a sore thumb. It reads, 1.6 billion euros is being allocated in a contingency fund across international protection processing, international protection accommodation, and Ukrainian accommodation for 2026. 1.6 billion in a contingency fund. Why is this being buried? This money is being put aside to pay for the implementation of the EU Migration Pact. This is a briefing memo that the Department of Justice put out earlier in the year. This document clearly sets out the implementation strategy and the projected costings of the EU Migration Pact. It estimates over 875 million and makes this stark warning, which says that in addition to these costs, it must be acknowledged that in the short term, the cost to the state in relation to the EU Migration Pact will increase as two parallel legislative systems will need to operate for some time. Alarm bells should be going in your head. Let's remind ourselves that the EU Migration Pact nobody wants. Poland don't want it, Denmark don't want it, Hungary don't want it, even the Irish human rights NGOs don't want it. But yet here we are, reserving 1.6 billion euros all for the EU Migration Pact. I don't know anyone in the country who wants this. Do you?
Well, Banty McEnany wants it. They're up to 200. It's a 300 odd million his family has made from this. Like, he'll be a billionaire in the next 2 or 3 years.
200, what was it? 231 million or something was a recent
234, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, but sure, we've loads of them. We're out pal Mel Sutcliffe, don't forget about him now.
Yeah, well, nobody's talking about Mel Sutcliffe, including Nick, to be honest with you. Like, none of them are.
And Gavin.
As I said, there's only one man who's talking about him, and that's Gavin Pepper. So they have him up in court now. Gavin was up in court yesterday, I think, for an injunction against him or whatever it was. But I don't know how it went, and I don't think he will talk about it. So it's no good bringing him on to talk about it. He probably can't.
Well, he might be allowed.
Yeah,
but we're calling out Mel.
But
I know we're only.
Oh yeah, we'll call it out there now.
At least we're doing it.
Yeah, everyone, you can watch live there on my channel, Fitzy Dub, on X, Anthony L. Casey at Rugamuff27 and at Ireland Force 23, and on YouTube at The Irish Column, at Díla Heron, and on Facebook, Paul Fitzsimons. And you will get us anytime and all the time on www.theirishchannel.com/live. If any of these go down, you'll get it there all the time. So bookmark it, please. And we got an extra 40 followers from the show on Sunday night on the YouTube channel. So please, if anyone is there, go onto the YouTube channel, and there it is there. That's the YouTube channel there at the bottom, at Irish Column. And I think we're up to 100 and... I don't know exactly. I can check it there now. Hold on, let me just check. So I go into... view your channel. Yeah, we're up to 183 subscribers today. Fair play to everyone. And if you can, like, share, subscribe. It's going out live on this as well now at the moment. So
how many do we need?
Please, if anyone can,
for this subscription.
I think we need 500 or 1,000.
Oh, right.
Someone was saying something about monetizing it, but listen, I don't think if YouTube see you're getting any bit of traction or anything like that, they just shut you down. Like, I know someone who who was making good money out of it a few years ago. 4 grand, 3 grand, 4 or 5 grand a month. I think the most he got one month was 10.5 grand. And because of the controversial nature of whatever, he took his 9 grand and never actually paid it back to him. I'm getting loads of messages in here.
But should we see it
I
ourselves?
have that one there. Yeah, I have that one there. I'm going to play that now in a minute. This is a Muslim guy marrying a child. I don't know whether you've seen it or not. It's, Jesus, it's sickening. Sickening. But kissing her and, she's a baby. She's a baby. You know what I mean?
Are we able to show this now?
Yeah, yeah, hang on, let me just pull this up here just to have a quick look at it and see if it's the same one. Yeah, it's sickening. Sickening. Yeah, I pull it down there now. And it makes me vomit just looking at it, like, you know what I mean? I'm being honest with you.
Pedophilia, there's no word for it.
Pedophilia, that's exactly what it is. Thanks for that. And anyway, Kat, fair play to you. But as I said, like, share, subscribe, do everything we have to do, please, people. And we got a few coffees bought for us as well on Sunday night. Thank you very much.
Great.
There's not enough for Bulmers, but hey, we'll sort out Bulmers the weekend or whatever. Yeah, I wanted to talk. I'm going to text Owen now in the next few minutes because I want to bring him on just for a minute to talk about. There's 170 flags.
Yes, I saw
Irish flags taken down in Cork. Who
took them down? Exactly, because it wasn't initially we were thinking it was the lefties.
We thought it was that gobshite Graham Manning. You know your man, that fucking arsehole. He's another pedo. But we thought it was him, and then we found out it was Cork County Council that went around in the vans last night and stripped them all down, but left up Palestinian flags and rainbow flags. So where do you go from there? You know what I mean? I'll just read out a few more of these. It's vile. It's sick. Yes. Hi, Paul and Orla. I hope you're both well. We are. Hello, Karen. How are you? I haven't seen it in a while. John Malloy, hi, and all listening in. Yes, who's texting me there?
Hopefully there's a good crowd in Cork on Saturday, all going well, because I know that the guys have put in a massive amount of work. So hopefully there's a good turnout at it. Yeah, please God. And I got a bit of stick off friends of mine over the Orla and Martin were slagging off Malachy and the march and everything else on Saturday. I don't think we slagged off anyone. We did say it was dismal. I said it was dismal, and it was dismal. Like, you know what I mean? So I didn't slag off Malachy. I turned around and just made one slight comment about about, and this it goes for any of them, that, you know, there's plenty out there that are only going to marches in relation to if they're speaking or not. Where are they supporting other things? And that's actually the truth. So if they had an issue, they could say it to my face. Yeah. But I don't listen. I think it was silly the way it was put to me. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't agree with it. And listen, I told her exactly how I felt about Malachy and why I felt that way about Malachy. But I never slated Malachy on here the other night. I haven't slated Malachy. No, you didn't. I could really slate Malachy now if I wanted to. Yeah. If they want to have something to talk about, I slate Malachy right now. That's not my modus operandi. You know what I mean? I'll just do what I have to do. If it comes into the chat there asking a question, I'll answer the question. And that's what I do. You know what I mean? Well, you've stated stuff before, but I mean, you're able to speak on that because it happened to you. Do you know? Yeah. Fanula Banty does. Yeah, he's roped a few ex and current GAA players into the racket. Yes, he has. Yeah. Yeah. I think I saw that post on X. Yeah. County Cork County Council, traders like all county councils. But they haven't done it here yet, John. They haven't done it in Dublin yet. Why is that? Well, there's more opposition. I think you can get away with it in Cork. Yeah. Climate change. Yeah. Anita Ward. Hey lads, hope to see you Saturday. Yeah. Anita, do you want to come on for a few minutes and talk about these flags, Anita? Because I can have you on there now. I can send you the link on. It's disgraceful what's after happening down there. It's sickening what's after happening. Like you spent a weekend putting them up and they look deadly. I seen the videos, everything was brilliant. And then to wake up to this morning, it's sickening. No, it's disgraceful. Sickening. You know, people are sick marching. And I am sick marching. Yeah. Cork, this march on Saturday, that's me done. That's me done with marches. I'm being honest with you. Yeah.
I'm just sick of marches. I'm being honest. It's getting us nowhere.
No.
Nowhere. It's direct action is what we need, people. I've said this. I've tried to do this myself. I tried to do it in July, and of course the others, and I'll say the others. I won't mention any names, but people know who they are. Didn't promote it. Didn't want to get involved in it, so it left me open and vulnerable, and I had to cancel that 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks before it was actually going to happen. I had tractors coming, I had loads of stuff coming, and I had to tell the lads, listen, I haven't got the traction we wanted. There's one going on now at, I think it's on the 25th. I don't know whether it's John Malloy that's doing it. I think it probably is John Malloy doing it, but everyone needs to get behind this. In your towns, in your villages, just block the place, shut the place down. That's what we need to do. Direct action. These other people don't want direct action. They want you marching up and down and talking the same shite over and over again. That's it for me. That's it for me. And you can come on and you can say, oh, Paul's trying to stop people from going to marches. I'm giving you my opinion. I'm going to know more. I'm sick of it. I've been doing this for 3 years, nearly 3 years now, going on for 3 years now. And we're in the same predicament we were in. We're in a worse predicament now. So there's no way I'm doing this anymore. The definition of madness is doing the same thing over and over and over again. Not for me. I'm not doing it.
If you had, we'll say two marches a year, like 2 massive ones, like that huge one in Dublin, that's making a difference. But if you have marches where there's only, we'll say, a couple of hundred at it, like, do you know, it is disheartening, you know? And I've said this time and time again. I'm tired, no offense to anyone, but I want to listen to new people speaking. And I'm not talking about people in parties. I'm talking about people who are homeless, people with
on
children,
the ground.
People, you know, who can't get houses, people with disabilities who are struggling, the elderly. Like, that's who we want to be listening to. People who are in difficulty. Like, why are those people not being put up? Like, it was lovely there now to listen to Sheila, right? You know, and because from the industrial schools and all that, and what's going on there. It was great to have her up speaking the other day. But these people need to be getting their voice heard instead of the same people saying the same thing over and over and over again. I want to hear new people. I want to hear people who are really struggling. Do you know, their voices need to be heard.
Someone's just saying that John Malloy, see, Derek Malloy is refusing to attend the Cork rally. Derek Malloy is a snake. I'm telling you now what Derek Malloy is. He's a snaky little fuck. And I don't care whether I'm upsetting people or anything else. I've seen a side to Derek Malloy with his lies and his shit. And I'm not going to let it lie anymore. You know what I mean? I'm not. It's just, it's horrendous what he has done here now. He's blaming us on taking over his party. He handed the party over to us. I'm not going to get into this shit anymore. But these are the kind of texts that I'm getting off people all week. Oh, you tried to take over the IFP. You tried to do this. You tried to do that. Now, I've told people the truth. If them people don't believe the truth and they want to believe Herman Kelly and Malachy Steenson and anyone they want, I don't care anymore because I don't care about them people. Okay? We're doing big things with Díla Heron and Anshin and Adina, and we'll continue doing that, whether you like it or not. Okay? So just stay out of our way. We'll stay out of your way if you stay out of our way, and that's just the end of it. End of story. I don't want to hear any more about this shit. Derek's a snake, Malachy's a snake, Herman's a snake, Captain Kelly's a snake, James Conway's a snake. They're all fucking snakes, and they're all jumping on a bandwagon here. I'm not getting on that bandwagon. I'm sorry. Okay? We are who we are, and we'll do what we have to do. Okay?
Do you know what? I was going to start laughing there. I was going to say, do you know what? I'm just laughing at. I'm not even with a political party, so it's very hard to take over anything when you never even joined. I never joined Ireland First, and I never joined Díla Heron. And it's nothing against the lads, because we're all friends. But I'm not getting involved in another political party, because I'm done with that. Do you know what I mean? I'm doing my own thing, and I'm perfectly happy doing my own thing. But this is hilarious, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The one sitting here, he wasn't even with a political party.
Yeah, well, this is it. You're getting blamed on this, that, and the other people are blaming.
I said once I was done with IFP, I am finished. I'm done. Whatever I do for moving forward, I'll do as an independent.
Exactly. I do it myself. I'm getting messages in here now. Whatever one easy reading. Thank you, Paul. Okay, yes, this is the one here. This is the John Malloy one. I think it's John Malloy, but it doesn't matter who it is. I promote everything, but I won't be promoting anything anymore for certain people now. I'm being honest with you. The national lockdown, the risen people, national lockdown, October 25th. October 25th, 12 p.m. For too long, the people of Ireland have stood idly by and watched the train wreck that is our corrupt government making decisions and pass bills and laws that have disastrous effects, not only on us as a nation, but also on our culture and our children's future. Housing crisis, cost of living crisis, healthcare crisis, homeless crisis, digital currency, an ID and hate speech and free speech law. Every town and city coming together in unity and solidarity. We will no longer take this lying down. People, you should get on board with this. If you can't make it to different places, block your own towns, your own cities. You know what I mean? That's what you need to do. Or if someone's asking, where's the cat?
Angel is over on the other chair.
And I haven't heard from Padder in weeks. I wonder, is Padder okay? Like, I haven't.
Yeah,
like,
no, I know. He's gone.
Nah,
Like, normally he'd be on, yeah. But then none of us have met Padder, so...
Irish mammy, Ferg went up to see the poor dears on hunger strike today. Broke up
Yes.
part one of ladies. Looked unhealthy compared to last week. I was in there. I went in there last Thursday night, and I brought in. I knew Sheila rang me and asked me about a tarp. If I could get a tarp, I got a huge tarp. I fitted it in there. Brought them in water. I actually brought in bottles that inshore. You know the inshore, that one that you get when you're not eating properly in the hole to build you up. And they wouldn't take it off me. They said, "No, Paul, we can't. It's a hunger strike." You know.
Yes, that's
and
normally
I said,
given to the
fair
elderly.
enough. So I ended up
Yeah,
taking them all back.
Yes, yeah.
Well,
do you want to play that video
there
then?
You go.
Same as we're talking about.
I'm going to play the video there now. Chris Bourne, I saw that too. John Malloy. But what I will say about that, though, he admitted he's not going, and at least he didn't slate anyone in that post. Yeah. Adele Gillick, well done, Paul, for going to visit the hunger strikers. It's all so sad and a total travesty. It is. And more people should be doing it. More people.
Media attention. Like, we've all highlighted them, right? I'm after putting up another
post. They're getting very, very weak
on Facebook again. Weak. But they're getting hardly any media attention. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, do you know what I mean?
Well, Ferg was talking to me earlier.
Yes, I know that. But as in mainstream media.
But they won't get mainstream media until one of them is taken to hospital. This is what they've been told. RTE will not cover this unless one of them is hospitalised. Yeah. If you're doing a show before Saturday, I'll jump on. I can't right now, unfortunately. No problem, Anita. That's no problem. I'm going to send it on to Saturday. I want to bring on. Yeah, there we go. Jesus Irish Mammy. I know it's terrible. I think it's John Malloy. Yeah, I think it is too. Emmanuel, your painting was great. Paul has always been honest and straight. That's one thing about me, ladies and gents, is I am honest and straight. Yeah. I don't care. Like, listen, I've said this to people before. I've said it to umpteen people that I was with in different groups. If I thought for 1 second, if I thought for 1 second Anthony Casey was anything like what they were saying, I'd be gone. The fact that I'm still with Anthony Casey is because I've been with Anthony Casey from the start. I brought Anthony Casey into the Irish column. I brought him into the Irish Freedom Party, and I brought him into wherever else we went. We've all gone together. I've seen the lies and the deceit and the cheats and the whole lot going through this. They're all singing off the same hymn sheet. They don't want us here. They've tried to move me away from Anthony Casey by telling me lies and telling me this, but they forget I've been here. I've seen everything. I know the lies. And the reason why there wasn't that many people at that protest last Saturday is because everyone else has seen through it as well. Everyone else knows the lies that's been perpetrated here, you know? And contrary to what people think, Anthony Casey's this, Anthony Casey's that, we are getting a good following here. Díla Heron, Shannon Nadina. We are the party now at the minute that is gaining votes, that's gaining people. You know what I mean? Like the other parties out, there's a lot of new parties that are starting up that haven't even got to 300 people to register the party. So we are doing well, and we will continue to do well, whether the begrudgers, I'm going to be honest with you, fuck the begrudgers and the well-wishers and the horses they rode in on. I don't care anymore. I won't be talking about any more of them anymore. Charles Bronson classic film Death Wish will be reality soon. Yes. July 30th, you called it, Paul. Yes, I did. And
yeah, you did. It
didn't happen. It was great for a week or two. People were on board. And there was people from Cork as well were on board with me. And then when I fell out with Derek, they never contacted me anymore. Now, it wasn't Anita or any of them. Anita's my friend, and so is Jer, and the others. A few of them down there are friends of mine. But there was people down there that were supposed to help me, and they just blanked me. So it's frustration. Paul for president. Yeah, I wish. I'm with you, Paul. Cheers, Bucket.
But look, if John Malloy is organising this lockdown thing, like, let's just hope people show up for it. That's what you need. Yeah. You need numbers. It's as simple as that.
There's John Malloy there now. Paul, direct action depot. Paul, block everywhere in the 25th. 20 towns on board at the moment. All out same time, same day. Brilliant, John. Brilliant.
And I hope it does do well. That's what we need.
Yeah. Hope your dog buddy as well. Okay, yeah. I don't know who that is.
That must be somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah. Marches are utterly pointless. The establishment couldn't care less. We need political representation. Yes. Paul, I'm glad you cleared this up. I was beginning to wonder what the fuck is going on. Direct action, but people need to step the fuck up. I agree with you. There was a lot of people that were supposed to step up. And as I said, when I fell out, they believed all the hype and all the shit. You know what I mean? Whereas, as Orla has just said there a minute ago, I've been telling the truth from the word go. That's why people talk to me. I'm still in groups. I still talk to these people in the groups. You know what I mean? And they know this is all bullshit. So, listen, say what you want, say what you... I don't really give two fiddlers now anymore.
And do you know what I do, Paul? As always, I put up a wall of silence because you know what? That speaks bigger volumes than anything else. I don't need to say anything anymore. It is very clear to know what happened.
Yes, exactly. Now you have it.
And I actually don't want to say it to people because if there is a couple of people I have stuff to say to, I will say it to their face when I meet them.
Yeah. Yes, John Malloy, I'll send on a poster this time, Paul. The videos went too fast last time. And Paul, I remember you getting the tractors organised. I was actually with the chap today.
Yeah.
I had a meeting with the chap today who was doing that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I've no problem getting people on board. No problem getting people on board. You know what I mean? But people are listening to to shitheads. You know what I mean? If this Kieran Kelly fella has come out of nowhere, he done a few videos about his son and people. Well, listen, I'm all for that. I'm happy to help him out with that. I'm happy to show them videos and everything else. But an hour and a half conversation with Anthony, and then a week later, he turns on Anthony and starts believing the same shit. There's three people involved in this. Herman Kelly, the Triple J is John J, Gerard Shite, whatever his name is, from Shin Nadina Media. Nothing got to do with Shin Nadina Media. Herman Kelly. Now, I don't know whether Malachi's involved with them, so I'm not going to comment on Malachi being involved in them. I think he pulled away from them. Now you have James Conway involved. You've Sean Crowe involved today, that he was sitting down and having, what the fuck? He was sitting down to have a chat with him for, I don't know, maybe he was going to burn some people's posters or something, you know what I mean? But I don't know why. You know what I mean? Why would you be putting this shit? You know, why would you be joining this man at all? This man is a dangerous lawyer. This man has a $500,000 bleeding defamation lawsuit hanging over him. This man is broke. But then you have James Conway coming out and saying, oh, he's worth a few quid. He has so many people on board. Where are they? You ask a question, who's behind this new Hibernia party, and you're blocked. You're not allowed to ask questions anymore. But yet you can talk shit about us, and when we come out and defend ourselves, we're dividing nationalism. Get a grip, lads, will you? Sarah Hardy, Paul, can I make a point, please? Has no one else noticed the big names who don't show up if they're not headline act? Literally, you'll see them nowhere unless it is to promote themselves. Yes, that's exactly what it is. And there's money being passed here, don't you worry. We all know a lot of money. There was a lot of Bitcoins came in there to different people in the organization over the since the election or before the election. Cryptocurrency. And they slag off one girl who got it. There was a lot more of them got it, and they're afraid for it to come out. But it will come out. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not up to me to bring it out. They will be found out. SIPO will get involved in this, and we'll see what happens. Workers should stop work and shut the place down. Yes,
there was a message there. Something about the new voices. Somebody said something there.
Yeah. Liz Pepper, I'm protesting since 2020. Unless people stand up en masse, nothing will change. No real alternative. I'm doing it myself,
but
Liz.
It has to be more than just protest. It can't be just...
It has to be direct action. You have to hit these fuckers in the pockets. You have to stop these. You know, they don't care. As your man said years ago, it wasn't blokes in tracksuits that ruined this country. It was blokes in suits. You know what I mean? And that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Jerome Reedy, good evening. Banned again. Homeless are starting to die again now the cold weather. Yeah. Yes, it's horrible. You know what I mean?
When did we see November, December, January?
I was in town on Tuesday. I went in there for about 9:30 on Tuesday, and God almighty, people asleep outside the Garda station. Yeah. People asleep all up along the quays. Not even in tents. They're in they just have their sleeping bags around them, and they must be dying sick. Their head must have head colds, and it's just a disgrace. I'm being honest with you. protesting can't be heard all the way up to the ivory towers. I know it can't, Adolf. You're right. Sheila is a great lady. She is indeed. The legend Noreen O'Shea is going to be talking Saturday. I know. I only found that out this morning. Actually, she put it up on their thing. I like Noreen. I've no problem with Noreen. Noreen calls it how it is. She has been wrong about a few things about Anthony and the whole lot. I have to say that to her. You know what I mean? But other than that, I like Noreen. I love what she does and how she does it. Yeah, let's all get behind John Malloy's 25th. We the people can do this. Of course we can. Of course we can. And I will keep pushing this here. But if nobody else pushes it, John, I will push it here. Don't you worry.
I'll try and see, can I go somewhere?
I agree with you, Paul. You need everyone to unite and shut counties down. Shut it down. Yeah, everything has to be shut down. But as they said there earlier, as Sarah said there, unless these people are headlining the act and they're on the show and they're on the stage, they do not come, they do not promote. And you can't do that. Like, I've been promoting everything on this show since we started this show fucking 3 years ago, nearly. You know what I mean? It's nearly 3 years ago. You know what I mean? Everything gets promoted. It doesn't matter who it was. I got stick. Oh, you're promoting John Malloy's thing on the 26th, and you're promoting Malachi's thing the same day. If you remember rightly, I tried to act as a go-between here to get John to change his to 12 and Malachi, and then I tried to change both. And he wouldn't talk. Malachi wouldn't talk to anyone about it. At least John got involved. John spoke about it. John tried to contact people, but these people don't care. And then again, let's call the elephant in the room here. Cork was called 3 months ago. And then 2 weeks ago, Malachi called last Saturday, a week before Cork. That makes no sense at all, lads. No sense whatsoever. You know what I mean? And it was a Grán na hÉireann. It was supposed to be to from what we've seen, they put up the poster first and it had a Grán na hÉireann rally on it. Grán na hÉireann. It was supposed to be to announce the party. Then when they seen they weren't getting the traction, they thought, we'll jump on this, spoil the vote shite. You know what I mean? We'll do it as that. And that's what happened. Like, let's not be under any illusion to anything else that happened. That's exactly what happened. You know? Paul, fuck them. Yeah, listen, Dan. I know. I'm sick of them.
I'm not interested in any of them. I'm sorry. I'm just sick to the back teeth.
I think I might love Paul. The spade is a spade. Only way to be. Yeah, it's true.
That's okay, Siobhan. No, we're just sick to the back teeth of listening to it.
There you go. I can speak to that, Paul. Sure, I have the texts. Let him deny it. Let him deny it live, and I'll prove it. There's none of them will come on here to talk to us. None of them. Because this is live, not live TV, but live. You know what I mean? They'll go on Spaces, all right, and then they just cut themselves off the Spaces when they don't want to talk anymore. But because I'm in control here and I can stop them, I can stop everything that's going on here. You know, I don't have to put up these comments if I don't want to put them up. You know what I mean? But I still put them up. You know what I mean? Because people need to know what's being said here. You know what I mean? You're exactly right, Paul. Everything has to be shut down. Yes, it has. Derek is not anti-immigration. He's for controlled immigration and just posts. Yeah. Good on you, Paul. Yeah, thanks very much. Fair play to you, Paul. Say it like it fucking is. I am saying it like it is. That's it. That's all I ever do is say it like it is.
We're just sick and tired of listening to the same stuff over and over again. Like, some of us have moved on. Like, just get over it.
Yeah.
It's like a permanent episode of Mean Girls.
Somebody said I knew Paul was a real human. I am. Yeah, I am. Yeah. Adolf Ryan. Most people don't realise Israel is currently in a civil war almost between left and right. That's why you will notice the media is allowing right-wing media all of a sudden. Israel is right-wing, you see. Okay, let's talk about before. Now, like, listen, I have the curtains pulled down. There's no one will shoot me. I'm all right. But before October 7, 2023, okay, the week before, the Saturday before that, there was protests and marches going on in Jerusalem, I think it was, or one of them, Tel Aviv or whatever. Hundreds of thousands of people were out on the street. There was another big protest, a big march for the day after. I think it was a Friday, October 7th was that day. And I think there was a big protest. Netanyahu was trying to change the constitution of the country, and he was trying to change all sorts of different laws so as he could stay in power. Then all of a sudden, October 7th happened. Israel border is one of the most secure borders in the world. How you can have people getting killed for 6 hours while it's being live streamed is beyond me. It's beyond most people. Charlie Kirk said the same, and he got shot for it. That's exactly what happened there. You know what I mean? Israel have a lot to do. I tell you who I spoke to a guy a couple of years ago. Peter, what's Peter's name? He's a fucking great man, I have to say. I'm going to text him, and anyway, I'll text him one of the days. But he spoke to me about the Calgary plan. And this is exactly what's happening. It's happening in front of our eyes. You know what I mean? I have a video there. I'm going to just show that there. Let me just see if I got it there.
Yeah, and then I sent you another one in relation to Eddie Hobbs. But come here, do you want to put up Ferg's video? Let's get that up.
Of the ladies, yes.
Yeah, and there's a man there as well.
Yeah, I know that. No, I know that. Yeah. No, I know. That's Morris. I actually sent Morris a text earlier on. Where is that? I had that there a minute ago.
The Dáil protest, is that it?
Yeah, I have it there, but I had it right down there.
It's the last thing I sent on to you, so you'll find it easy enough there.
No, I have it, but I thought I pulled it down here. Hang on. See, if I don't pull it down into here, 18 days on hunger strike. Where's that? That there. That's what it is, isn't it? 18 days on hunger strike. There it is there.
It is, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to play this and we'll come back and we'll talk about this now in a minute.
Well, folks, we're out here at the Dáil, and these absolutely wonderful people that have been forgotten and let down with a rotten system. We're just out here to drop a few supplies out and talk to these wonderful people. So, there you go. Do you want to say a few words?
Oh, hi everybody, and my name is Miriam. I was brought up in industrial school for almost 13 years in Tralee, Pembroke Arms. We've been here for the last 18 days and the government has been totally ignoring us. The state put us into these places and the state promised to look after us, and they've failed. All their promises have gone on deaf ears. They're ignoring us. We're treated like, I don't know what. I can't say no more.
Third class citizens, that's what you like here, like everything else.
My name is Mary Donovan. I'm 57 years of age, and we're out here on day 18, almost over, facing into day 19, night 19. And like that, the government, they don't care. We are being forgotten about.
Well, there are people that
it's taking its toll, but we're strong. We're strong.
Mary Navy Green here. We're here on day 18, as the other girl said. We're here fighting for justice for 4,000 living industrial school survivors and reform school survivors. Our ask is very small, but we're draining the revenue according to government.
Thank you. Marcus, want to say it?
Yeah. My name is Morris Patton O'Connell, and as the girl says, we're 18 days in, 18 nights out. Again, the government has failed us for the last 26 years. They've left us no choice, only to come here. We notified the government at the end of June that we were going on hunger strike. They sent out 2 officials, and all they wanted to do was tell us what they were going to give us. We informed them then, 7 weeks ago, that we were going on hunger strike. They ignored us. Helen McEntee met us, and after 2 hours of wasting our time, I asked her, what has she to offer us? She said nothing but a museum. So I said to her, you just wasted 2 hours of my life. And she said, the only reason we came is because ye asked me to come. I thought she knew I was bringing nothing.
Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. That's it, like day 18 out here, lads. These people need support. Any alt media come out and cover this place, because RTE aren't covering it. Alright.
He reckons that the only way that they cover it if one of us is a medical emergency.
Absolutely disgraceful. Lads, God bless the whole lot of yous, and you have the support of the whole country, I mean that, right? No problem. God bless.
Thank you for all your support.
Fair play.
Sign the petition and share it out.
We will indeed. God bless you all, right?
All right, my man.
Thank you.
I was in there last Thursday night. Okay. Them people look sick now. I'm being honest with you. It's a week on.
Cold as well.
Oh my God. I tell you,
absolute
Morris
great.
doesn't look well at all. Morris's chest and all sounds bad. And like this government need to act on this. 26 years. 26 years these people are waiting, you know?
I know. But they're going to have a museum. So that's okay then, isn't it? A museum. Like, did you ever hear the like of it?
Yeah. There's Floppy John. Floppy John. I love how honest Paul is. Thanks very much.
Well, he does tell the truth. He tells it how it is.
I do tell it. The truth is like a lion, girls and boys. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose. Paul should be leader of this country, honest all day long. Thanks, Martin. Fair play to you. Adele Gillick, very scary how far can they go? They need more of the public putting on the pressure at the Dáil. That's exactly it. We should all march to the Dáil tomorrow or wherever and stand out. So it seems they have I think D. Wall tried to get down there yesterday to do a video, and they have it all blocked off. You can't get in there for some reason. The lawyers have to get bigger to cover previous lawyers. Yeah. Angela Leggett, how are you, Angela? How's things, hon? You guys have always answered questions, unlike some who block as soon as a hard question is put to them. Exactly. Like, we've gone on Spaces, we've gone on here, we put the record straight umpteen times, but people are still believing this shite. And if you keep believing it, just don't bother me anymore. You know what I mean? I'm being honest with you.
The simplest thing to say is lies has no proof behind it, but the truth does. And we have everything backed up.
There's young Anthony Casey there now. Paul is telling the truth. He brought me into politics and has my back from day one. I owe the man a lot. Thank you, Anthony. And I will always have your back because I know the truth, mate. I know the truth.
Anthony, I'm fed up of listening to you and look at you. You're not my favourite Casey. Your dad is.
But this is what people don't understand. People are saying to me, what are you still doing with him? He's this, he's that. He's none of them things. Because I've, like, as he just said, I brought him in here. It's me who brought him in here. So I know it's all lies. And this is why I'm still here. But I said this weeks ago. If I hadn't been with all of these, with Anthony and Martin and everything that went on with Ireland Force and everything that went on with him, I'd probably believe the lies too. But the fact that I'm there, I've been there from day one. I know the truth. And the lion springs to mind again. What do you say? Did you all see my latest painting of Micheál Martin? No. Send it on to me there. Send it on the WhatsApp there if you want on 0892031521 and we'll post it up there. I'm getting loads of messages in here now. Hang on. Comments. Loads of comments. John Malloy is a creep. He's a shit storer.
What?
Listen, Mr. White. Opinions are like arseholes. Everyone has one. That's your opinion. Okay. Other people have the same opinion as John. I have no problem with John Malloy. John Malloy is trying to do his best here, the same as I'm trying to do my best and everyone else is trying to do their best. So, listen, as I said, opinions are like arseholes. Everyone has one. You're entitled to your opinion. Chris Totally is a breath of fresh air in the midst of others lying. Chris, yeah, okay. Humility is all that's needed. Pride will destroy. Hi, and Orla has been a massive support to me from the get-go too. Yeah.
Okay, look, your dad's still my favourite Casey, Anthony. Yes, but Anthony has always had my back from day one.
Look, Paul for president, lol, but seriously, all the president has to do is do nothing literally. Don't sign off on shite and enjoy the mansion. That's it. Well, I'd gladly go in there.
Patrick Connolly gets in, she'll be signing off on plenty, so she will.
Yeah. Well said, Paul. Exactly. Yeah. Thanks, Vincent. Brendan Kane. Evening, Paul and Orla. I missed the start of the show. What's the story with the flags, the Cork flags? They were all taken down. They were all taken down. 170 and were taken down yesterday. Yeah. Let me just see there. Daniel sent me in. So I can't listen to that, mate, because I'm on air. So what I'll do is when I'm playing a video, I'll listen to what you have to say there. And yeah. Mr. Gold, Mr. This. I think everyone should strike and could happen now after the budget. I think everyone should strike on that day. I do. But you'll get the usual that won't go in. Emmanuel, they are brilliant. I only watched the video about the Nephilim and the clowns, and then you painted them around Martin. I haven't seen it. Send it in to me there, someone, will you? Chris Bourne, yeah, the flags in Cork taken down by Cork Communist County Council. Yeah. Thomas Foley, no one can sell you or take your sovereignty. Ireland is only in trust to globalists. Stay strong and break the foreign shackles. I've been talking to a guy here the other day as well. Mark Laidlaw is his name, from Yellow Vest, Ireland. And he has been filling me in on your inalienable rights. Your inalienable rights are rights that's been given to you from God, from the time you're conceived, from the time you're born. That's your inalienable rights. I'm going to do a bit of a show here with Mark one of the days next week, probably next Wednesday or something. I'm going to bring him on for a half an hour to talk about it. But people don't realise that your inalienable rights trump everything. You know, there's no government or anyone can take away your inalienable rights, and your inalienable rights are written into the Constitution. So we will talk more about that. Exactly. Mr. Gold, there's a reason you know nothing about Judaism and why it's so hard to access information, because it's evil and violent against us. Yeah, literally, mass. Someone just put in there, John Malloy is hating Donegal. I have a holiday home there. He's a shit storer. Again, opinions are opinions. I think John is doing good work. I don't know anything that goes up in Donegal. I just know what John does. John Malloy, any towns that want to get involved, please get in contact ASAP or meet up at Cork Protest. Paul and Orla, please come on board. We need to do this for once and for all for our country's future. I'm on
I'll try
board
and
with
get
this
you one of
here.
the local ones, John. Yeah, because
Who have you got in contact with in Dublin, John? Have you spoke to anybody here in Dublin? I'll be on board with. I'm on board with. We've 8 days. We've 24. We've another 2.5 weeks to go. So, Sarah, heard that you're spot on. Yeah, same old tune gets boring fast. Yeah, the Rothschilds who own the Bank of Europe and USA, who created and brought Israel. Yes. Yeah, Fitzer, you're one of the best, but Malloy is a storer. As I said, listen, John Malloy has done nothing on me, only helped us,
on me either.
And that's the way I am. I don't listen to hearsay. I don't listen. It has to happen to me. If John Malloy did something wrong on me, I would call him out on it straight away. But I don't know Anton, and I don't. I'm being honest with you. It's nothing got to do with me. What other people
that expose will be next week.
That's next week's one, yeah. We need to have no cashless day online. Mr. Gold, what are you waffling about? Protest outside their offices in your towns. They don't like to let some light shine on them. Dark rats they are. Yeah, okay. Islam is the sword of Judaism. Both brothers and book. The poor man Don Bog Trotter's video, very moving. You know, I'll manage all Jews.
What did Sarah put up there a second ago? You're going just fast there.
Sarah Herity. On the crypto, we have the screenshots. Hold tight, pals. This is another big expose. But if we put this out on this, then, Sarah, we're dividing nationalism. Well, maybe the lads should have thought about that before they took the bleeding money. They took the 30 pieces of silver. So, yeah, we will expose it. Don't you worry. And I don't want to be getting texts from anyone either telling me you're saying this and you're saying that. I've said what I've said, and that's it. I don't really give two shits. I agree. Gold. Malloy is always talking about people. Listen, John Malloy, we will be participating on the 25th. Yeah, we did say we will be. Yeah. Kingdoms. Fanula, what's the name of the channel so I can watch the video? Bog Trotters. Adele Gillick, Noreen O'Shea is the best researcher in Ireland. She says it as it is. Exactly. And I will get Noreen on here. I will get her on here to talk about different stuff. You know what I mean? Hi, Paul, Orla. Sarah,
hey, Barry.
You talk to people, but don't want to make the effort. So frustrating. Yes. John Malloy, we're doing a camp out on the night of the 25th at the GPO to highlight the homeless, same as the Leinster House. Limerick is doing the same. New Ross the same. Please, everyone, come on board. I'm asking everyone to come on board too, John.
Yeah.
See, this is the problem here. People don't like one person and they won't go to this. People don't like that person, they won't go to that. They won't promote this. They won't do this. They won't do that. We're all fighting for the same end goal. What is the problem here? Put your differences to one side. You know what I mean? I've had me differences with different people in the movement. I just don't talk to them people anymore. I don't talk to them. I actually spoke to one of them the other day for the first time in weeks or in months. I haven't spoken to him at all. And I was walking from the courts the other day. I was in the courts the other day. And how are you, Paul? How are you? And I stood talking to him for a few minutes. And I saw a different side of him. You know what I mean? I thought, is he really? You know, so listen, he knows who he was. He was there. You know what I mean? He knows who he was talking to. So, yeah, never seen Malachy at a protest outside Dublin. Why he is not in Sligo, Wicklow, Donegal, or Westmeath, etc. Because it's not his protest. He was in Cork. Do you remember he was in Cork there, the last one?
Yeah. And actually, do you know what? I can't remember what Martin said the other night, but I didn't say anything apart from just saying about, which is the truth, about people showing up at protests. But Cal actually did the video on Malachy. Did he say anything to Cal? Because Cal was pointing out what Malachy said, you know. So,
well, I'm going to be honest with you. The person who called this out to me is friends with Kat. You know, I wonder, was she on the Kat giving out the Kat about it? You know what I mean?
But sure,
I don't know. Paul, you're on fire.
Cal was only pointing out what Malachy said in a video. Like, do you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, the president can sign off on things. Like the president did sign off on the lockdowns and things like that. And the same thing is going to happen this time round. Like whoever gets in can sign off on further lockdowns and could probably sign off on this digital ID. So the president role is not irrelevant.
Yeah.
Like we could be in, like if Catherine Connolly especially gets in, we are in serious bother. I mean, serious bother. Look who is supporting her. Never mind that the Communist Party of Ireland supporting her. Like you've got Sinn Féin, you have all the lefties. Like we are in serious bother. What is she going to sign off on if she gets in? And it's looking like she's going to get in ahead of Heather Humphreys.
But
But like,
Humpty Dumpty is not getting anywhere. Like, she's her
yeah,
husband's
this
Orange
is what I
Order.
mean. You can't turn around
You
and
know?
say the president, you know, the role is irrelevant. It's not irrelevant. They sign off on certain things.
Someone's asked it. Did you see the red cow? Cora Quaid, Paul, I love your realness and passion. May God bless you. Thanks very much, Cora. I think God does need to bless me. Watching from Harmonstown, Dublin 5. How are you doing, Eamon? Good man. And then I'm just going to finish off these, and then we will. October
we'll keep going
7th
with a
was
load
a
of
deliberate
videos
stand down. Yeah.
to do.
Yeah. Okay. Sarah Hardy, at the end of the day, when you're born, know your tribe. How has it got to this? Saying this, I'll say the Nationalist Rally to be a body in the crowd. I'll go to any Nationalist Rally just to be. Yeah, I'm not going to any more of them, Sarah. I'm being honest with you. I've had it. I've had it now, to be honest with you. Right. Jesus, I've millions here to go through. Peter Bourne, Paul, just watch Crime World podcast. Noel Donald, the Sunday World, Jim Gavin's tenant. Yeah, he's more disgusted with Fianna Fáil and their excuses and lies. Listen, this is going on a long time, lads. You know what I mean? They're not, this was all coordinated. Your man's a Slovene as well. So was that Nicola Talent one. Migrants get medical card and they get full state pension. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Johnny G, the Weasel Harris and Laura Martin and the crony shippy people. Yeah. Maura Fahy, suggestion. I know it's been done, but meeting with everyone interested in supporting guys, everyone involved in this shenanigan and in Black Forge, absolutely everybody supportive. Yeah, we do need. These people don't want to sit in a room and talk to us because the truth will come out. If we sit in a big room with Herman, Malachy, Derek Bly, Captain Kieran Kelly. I don't even know why Captain Kieran Kelly's even getting involved in this. There's nothing got to fucking do with him. You know what I mean? And James Conway and the whole lot. Let's all sit in the room and let everyone listen to what's going on. Listen to the lies that has been perpetrated. Because I have the receipts. We have the receipts for this. You know what I mean? We have the screenshots. We have the video with the recordings. We have everything. You know what I mean? We just haven't put them out yet. But they need to come out and listen. I don't really care. That's it now. I'm not talking anymore about it. Fuck off. I'm sick of them. Okay, we better move on here to Karen.
Let's go.
Paul, Mark is right about inalienable rights. The government does not give us our rights. Their duty is to protect those rights which are outlined in our constitution. Yes, exactly, Karen. That's exactly. And I was supposed to have a meeting with Mark. I said I'd do it Monday, but I will. I'll meet him tomorrow. I'll talk to him tomorrow and get him on.
Right. Do you want to do? We'll work from the bottom up. Do you want to do the Eddie Hobbs video? It's quick. It's good, and then we've done
Eddie Hobbs.
Yeah, and then the one above that actually is this girl. I put it up today. This girl over being evicted, and it was actually very, very upsetting to watch.
Let me just see where Eddie Hobbs on is.
Yeah, it's the second last one I think I sent you.
It is, but I thought I pulled it down. See, what I have to do is I have to pull it down into. If I don't pull it down into this, it'll start freezing and whatever.
I'm not asking you anything, Paul. In case Ferg and Kevin are in there. When the video was ready, Paul.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, actually, when we were talking about merchandise, I got a suggestion that somebody was saying we should get some pens.
Okay, I'm going to play this Eddie Hobbs. Okay? Yeah.
My head saying, Ireland doesn't have a system here. We're just bringing them in. We're lashing them into centres. There's no plan for assimilation or integration. And it would appear to me that, quite grown up now, but for the last 30 years, watching a great type of immigration coming into Ireland to help us build the place. They were the Poles, they were the Filipinos, the Brazilians, helped build Ireland, modern Ireland, and assimilated and integrated. But the type of immigration we're now talking about, which is the illegal immigration and where it's coming from, that seems to be a real problem.
But this first slide here, you can see, well, where are they coming from? Because the story was, of course, Ukraine and war-torn areas over in Africa. But the reality is, in the Gript article, the overwhelming majority are not from anything to do with refugee status or war-torn. They're economic migrants. And in this graph you can see here, Nigerian dominates, and the article itself says 31% of the total were from Nigeria, 9% from Bangladesh. So you're nearly talking about half from Nigeria, and Bangladesh. So this is nothing to do with war-torn and nothing to do with refugee. I think though most people in Ireland now realise this is nothing to do with refugees. It's economic migrants. This is not about racism to point out that we have a national security issue, we have a cultural erosion and destruction issue, we have a homeless and a problem with housing issue. This thing that they're doing on behalf, let's be clear, on behalf of non-Irish people, that is absolutely unequivocal, and we've talked around a bit of that.
I thought that was very well done, because what I liked about it was, you know, how can you have people coming over here to work in our hospitals and our nursing homes, just say from Nigeria, but then refugees are coming in from the same country? Like, it makes absolutely zero sense. The same as Pakistan. There is no war over in Pakistan. Half our doctors are from Pakistan. So how is refugees coming in from there? Like, it's just, I don't understand why people cannot see this. Nobody should be in this country that has a criminal record and that's an economic migrant. Nobody. Like, you don't go, like, we don't go over to Australia and sit on the dole over there or have a criminal record. We're not allowed into the country.
We're not allowed.
No, do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. And you can't have an influx of people just the doors wide open and everybody coming in. We just can't have that. We're a small country. We're struggling enough as it is.
People getting behind McGregor was a big mistake, turned a lot of people off, and I think it was the point. Don't think he was ever serious about it, used by criminals in the Dáil. A lot of people thought you were going to get money off McGregor. That's why they jumped on the McGregor bandwagon. Let's tell the truth here. Call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? That's what they thought. Or you're looking delightful tonight. Love Ivor Cummins.
Jeez, I don't know about that.
You're looking great. Paul, not so much. Oh, thanks very much.
I like you.
Eddie Hobbs had another good idea.
Yeah. Did I send on another video from Eddie?
No, you didn't. I have a couple here now. I'm going to play this young one being evicted. All right, I'm going to play that next.
Yeah.
All right, this is heartbreaking. This is a child, a young girl who's just let it play out.
My head saying,
Or you get rid of Eddie.
This isn't what I think it is. But me and my 3 housemates got registered letters in the post all at the same time. So I couldn't sleep last night, so I was in the queue for the post office before it opened this morning. I'm pretty sure this is a letter of eviction, like a letter of termination, and we haven't done anything wrong. I'm pretty sure this is going to say I need to leave the house that I'm renting. I'm nearly certain.
I'm not sharing this for sympathy. I'm sharing this because Mel Robinson said that no act of courage is without an act of vulnerability. I am not alone in this. Unfortunately, there's so many others and families in the same position. Does the government realise what they're doing to young people? Do they realise the implication of their actions? In what world is this good enough? Because it is absolutely not. We need change and we need it now. New rent laws for landlords? Thank you very much. This is the 3rd one of these letters I've gotten in 4 years. It's not good enough. We need change and we need it now. So I'm asking.
Poor kid. Mr. White is just texting there. Paul cousin. My nan was a Fitzsimons from Dublin. We think the same. We look the same. If she was from East Wall, well, then it was my nanny as well. So yeah.
But so I put up a post in relation to that young girl today because that really hit home with me. My son finished college last year, thank God. But it was so difficult to find him accommodation. Only that he was already there, and I know I've spoken about this before, that he had friends, he was able to, stay with them. But it took a few months for him to be able to find a house. Yeah. What if he had been a first-year student? Where would he have gone?
Yeah.
He'd be in Clonmel now, and there is very little places in Clonmel because a load of them are all taken up with refugees there, like, you know. But it's just so heartbreaking because we're going to see this happening more and more and more because seemingly there's a new law or something coming in, and this is going to turn a lot of landlords off, right? So I didn't get a chance to look it up properly because I've just been busy today. But
I'm just trying to bring Liam up. Liam is there in the. I have Liam
actually, Liam might know about this.
Hello, Liam. How are you?
I'm good, Chef.
Hey, Liam. How are you?
I haven't played the video yet. I'm going to play the video now in 2 seconds. I just said I'd bring it in first.
Liam, I want to ask you a question. Since you're a fountain of knowledge, he's looking worried now.
Liam never looked worried.
He's like, whoa. Liam, did you watch that video there about that girl who was being evicted?
I did.
Okay. There was something that was brought up in relation to it. Now, as I said, I was just flat out today. I didn't get a chance to look it up properly. But something was said that there's a law or something coming in for tenants in these in houses that they're going to be able to stay on if they want to. Oh my God, my brain is just gone now. Sorry. What's the name of it? My brain's gone. No, when you stay on in a house. Oh
is it when the rental agreement is up?
No. With the rental that you can't be evicted. You can stay on as
squatter.
A squatter. That's it. Sorry, my brain is just fried. As a squatter, yeah. And that they can stay on as squatter for 6 years. Did you hear about this?
I've heard of cases, yeah, where people.
Yeah, there is cases, yeah.
There's something coming up soon. Seemingly, that's why an awful lot of landlords are getting rid of their tenants. Because when I first initially thought, I said, right, okay, it's either one or two things. They're either selling the house or they're going to be kicking her out and putting in refugees because they're going to get more money for it. But it also could be this that's coming up in the next few months. That, like, squatters' rights, but they can stay on for 6 years. That they can't be got rid of. So what landlords going to want that?
That's going on every day. That's going on every day.
But the most
I'm going to play this video.
New coming up though. Do you know what I mean? Or maybe I don't know. Somebody said something about it anyway. I just didn't get a chance to look into it. That's why I thought maybe.
I'm going to play this video, Liam, of the modular homes in Clonmel. Like, you done the video yesterday, I think it was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's play this and we'll come back and talk to this because you have the details on this, how much these cost and how much it has cost and everything else. So let's play this and we'll come back.
Oh, let's go in and have a look at the modular home site on the Haywood Road. Take note of all the cars, Ukrainian plates. Some Tipperary reg cars there as well. A lot of workers on site doing work. Landscaping, manicured lawns, steps. This is what a lot of willpower, political will, financial will can get you if you're not Irish. Patio furniture, the whole lot. Speed ramps. Total cost of this site in excess of 60 million. Each unit works out when Hewitt Housing, the housing body that has it for 3 years, when they have completed the 3-year contract, each unit will have cost the state €786,000 a unit. While people like Sean Meehan, just a few miles out the road from this site, are back before the court on November the 4th, facing eviction from a cabin that he funded solely by himself. I was always led to believe that refugees, when they leave their own country, when they flee in terror, they bring a couple of bags, maybe a suitcase. That's it. It seems that that definition of refugee has now changed to take your Range Rover, take your high-end German-made luxury car, take all your pets, etc. Interesting. So there you have it, folks. The 60 million modular home site on the Haywood Road in Clonmel. Heaven and earth moved to create it, while ignoring the fact that there were over 500 people homeless in Tipperary alone. And that's just what we know. The hidden homeless is probably much higher, into the thousands.
Jeez, well done. That was good. Got 738 grand each. Is that what you said?
786.
Jesus Christ almighty.
Originally, it was costed at around 40 million. Then it went over budget, it overran by 11 million. They've spent 7 million on security. The connection to the utilities, gas, water, etc. was 1.3. And then, like I said, with Tuat Housing, when they're finished a 3-year contract, they'll get 4.7 million at the end of 3 years, even though they didn't put a penny into it.
Jesus.
It's
and
just
500 people homeless.
All these things, the people that's negotiating on behalf of the state haven't a fucking iota how to negotiate, because what they're signing is a contract called a cost plus contract, which basically means an open checkbook. That's why all these things overrun. Like, I mean, the boys are rubbing their hands when they're seeing these things being signed, you know?
Yeah.
Sure,
is there many in there, Liam?
Huh?
Is there many in there?
It was full, but when I drove in around there, I counted about 20 units completely empty. No. I know there has been trouble in there with the neighbours up the hill there. There was a fire, there was a car set fire to, and there was a couple of threats made. So maybe they didn't want to stay there after that, I don't know. But there's a good few of them working down the town now as well.
Are these Ukrainians?
They're working in the town?
Yeah, they're working in hotels and in the hospitality sector. You see, they can earn a wage. They can earn a wage and live in them units rent-free.
Yeah.
You know?
And is it just Ukrainians there at the moment, or has the other lot come in?
It's about 85% Ukrainian. There is a couple of very dark-skinned Ukrainian people living there, shall we say. You know?
Well, should they probably be moved out anyway, and then the other lot coming in? Because that's what's happening everywhere else.
Well, like, the official meeting, when we were protesting, there was no such thing as local community engagement. There was no reaching out to the people that own properties there, asking them or putting it to them that this thing was going to be built. They just went in and done it, basically. And it wasn't until we made enough noise about it that they decided to throw on a half-arsed community engagement night above in the Park Hotel in Clonmel. For sure, that was a complete waste of time, like, because they weren't prepared to answer questions. And when I asked Evelyn Byrne of the department what would happen after the 3-year contract, who will move in there, she stated to me that they'll be all ripped up, put on trucks and taken away.
What?
And I laughed at her. I said, you must be joking. I said, why would they do that? Like, you could turn it into a retirement village for people that's going to retire.
Yeah.
You could put temporary homeless people in there. You could do so many things with it. Why would you do that? And she could.
Liam, this is Clonmel.
Yeah.
My son couldn't get accommodation. Why can't students go in there? There's a college, Limerick University. There's any amount of uses for those buildings.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of them buildings started off, a lot of them modular homes started off at something like 42 grand each at the start 3 years ago.
Yeah, no,
And
35 or something, wasn't it?
probably
36 or 37,000, yeah.
Do you know
Well,
the
they're
guy?
up to 240.
Do you know the guy that owned the Coolock Crown Paints building?
Yes.
What's his name?
The guy who owns it.
Yeah, Paul Collins. Is that his name?
Paul Collins was the builder. He owns the place in town. He owns the little village part in town, the mall. He owns all that. Town B is the name of it. That's his construction company.
Paul Collins, Melanie McGarry, one or two others. They have a modular home construction company in Nina, where a lot of those units were manufactured.
Wow.
Now, I don't know, what would it cost to build one of them? Let's be generous. Let's say 90 grand. They made some money on them.
Yes. If they're making them and then they're putting them in there and then they're managing them, Jesus Christ, it's just it's printing money, isn't it?
Yeah. I was looking at the figures from the budget yesterday, and the estimate for next year to run Ireland Corporation from the 1st of January up to the 31st of December next year will cost 117 billion euro. Right? So I took out my calculator, I did a bit of sums. Do you know what that is an hour in Ireland? What it's costing to run the country an hour?
One.
Roughly about 13.5 million.
An hour?
Yeah.
And what do you get for 13.5 million an hour?
It's 230 million a day.
Wow.
And I was looking at the funds that they have allocated for the IPAS accommodation sector for next year. It's almost hitting 7 billion. So I would suggest things are going to ramp up next year with accommodation and everything else.
Yeah.
Jane Doe there. Paul Collins owns the Building Housing Pass Centre in Ballinamore, County Leitrim. There's another place he owns.
Yeah, but sure, he's
not doing this for the money. He's not doing this for the money.
He is sitting on an entire street in Clonmel called Marketplace.
Yeah, I know.
He owns that. I've done a video on that too. Like, he owns that. He's sitting on it the last 12 or 13 years. And he's not doing anything with it. He got it at auction, an online auction. He got it for 930,000. There's about 26
for all
units.
them shops.
Yeah, there's about 26 units and a full supermarket vacant.
And there's only Peter Marks. That's the only place there, isn't it? That's operational.
That's right, yeah. You're spot on, yeah. The hairdresser, yeah.
Seen that, yeah.
But they don't care, Liam. They don't care about their local town or their local community. They don't give a rat's arse.
No.
You know?
No.
That's why there's never any community engagement, because they don't care.
They don't care.
See, but they have community engagement. Like up here in Coolock, it was Northside Partnership they engaged with. So the Northside Partnership are the Refugee Welcome Brigade. You know what I mean? So what's the point in going in? There was no dissenting voices, you know what I mean? Until we came along and we start sending in emails and we start going there and this, that, and the other. But there's no dissenting voices. They just let it go. It goes through and that's it. Yeah, we spoke to the community and you had Mary Lou coming out. Oh, yeah, we engaged with the community. No, you didn't. You engaged with a couple of GAA clubs and you promised them the sun, the moon, and the stars, a new pitch and a this and a that. And that's how you got them in. Yeah. That's how it works, you know?
Like I said, they threw on a half-arsed community engagement attempt in the hotel here in Clonmel. And when we started asking hard questions, one of the security team shouted code red and bundled them all out the back door of the hotel and they left. And that is an actual fact. That happened.
Jesus,
you know.
Christ.
And has there been much trouble around the area, Liam?
There was a car set on fire and there was a couple of threats made. 30 of the men from the site went down to the Garda station and complained. The security was put back in there for about a week and then it was taken back and there hasn't been any trouble since.
Jesus. Right.
But I mean, you're going to get trouble because of where they put it. It's not too far away from a haunting site. It's about 100 yards.
And they'll take no nonsense.
They won't. But the other side of it is there's too many eyes on what's going on now.
Yeah.
Many
Exactly.
eyes on what's going on. There's too many people watching what's going on now. There's a corner. So if you come out of that modular home site and come up the hill, right turned out in the video, there's a corner there with a lot of enterprise going on there.
Illegal enterprise.
Yeah.
From them, or is it them? Yeah, they're doing whatever they're doing, ready?
It's the boys in the side are dealing there, like, and
Jesus,
you know yourself.
Mm.
They don't want people walking around looking at what's going on, like. But the thing about it is, they've done fairly well themselves. They got 4 modular homes themselves, and
Really?
Oh, they did, yeah. They got 4 modular homes, 4 brand new modular homes, yeah. And 2 of the brothers up there were acting as security for the modular home site while it's being constructed. They were being paid not to do anything.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That happened to us. I remember years ago we got a contract as well up in Darndale when I was living in Darndale. The commitments came in to do the commitments. We were on the drink one night, and next thing we seen loads of lorries and all. What the fuck's going on? We thought it was a raid. So we went out, and anyway, and it was the commitments. They were filming the commitments, and we got out, and about 4 of us got security jobs out of it. Did nothing, just made sure the umphas didn't do anything. You know what I mean? But like, we were on good money there for a couple of months. Like, you know what I mean? It was great.
Yeah.
That's how you do it, isn't it?
Oh yeah. All you need is a neck.
And you have a neck, trust me. I'm gonna just play. This is Ben Scallon catching the minister for what's that one they played? This used to be education last year. What's her name? Ben Scallon, Norma Foley. It's a couple of minutes long, so I'm going to do myself a cup of tea while this is on. I can hear it in my ear, and anyway, so let's play this, and we'll come back and we'll talk about it.
Minister, you're increasing the budget of TUSLA by 165 million euros, and obviously TUSLA has had its budget increased in successive budgets over the last number of years. And yet it's still failing in very fundamental ways when it comes to child safety. We have dozens of children who have gone missing from state care with no contact, open Garda investigations that remain unsolved. And there was a UCD report in 2023 about how there are gangs of predatory men who are exploiting girls who are within state care. Are you confident that this extra bit of money that's being put into the organisation is going to help with any of that, given that it doesn't seem to have done much in the last number of years?
To be fair, this is a very significant increase in funding for TUSLA. I do want to acknowledge the great work that TUSLA do. I know, last year they would have had in and around 96,000 referrals. This year, that will be well in advance of that, over 105,000 referrals. It's quite significant, the body of work that they do. And so the funding, the increase in funding that we have secured here is for a number of different elements of the work of TUSLA to support them. So, for example, and I referenced it in the remarks that I made earlier, we're looking to expand resources to families, to parents, to children in local areas. So to do that, we're putting in place an additional 10 family resource centres. These are fantastic centres who provide family supports, counselling services in many instances, childcare facilities, depending on the type of family resource centre that you have. So supporting them in that respect, supporting TUSLA very specifically in areas like special care, which is a significant part of their work for children who need very specialist care. Currently there are 16 beds made available. The funding is now in place to ensure that a staffed 26 beds will be made available, which is very important, and equally important that the therapies that might be required to support those children will also be provided. One of the great challenges that we have, not just in this area but across many areas, is staff being available, whether it's social workers or social care workers.
So I'm very sorry, Minister, but just on the specific question, do you think that the money that's being put in to help with all of that will create a situation where we see less children, or ideally no children, going missing from state care? Do you expect this extra budget increase to help with that specific problem?
Well, of course, all of the funding that goes into TUSLA is to enhance the services that they're already providing, increase the number of social workers, find innovative ways to train up more social workers, more social care workers, to provide more residential care beds, all of that. So obviously this increase in funding will help the work of TUSLA. I want to make one other point as well. We are currently working on a strategy for children in state care. There will be very strong public consultation in that, which will also inform the work of TUSLA as well, and recognising the work of foster carers and all of that. But, in the round, I want to acknowledge the work of TUSLA workers on the ground and what they do every single day. But this is an opportunity for additional resources to be made.
But I'm very sorry, but I mean, in 2021, TUSLA's budget was 878 million. It's now gone up to 1.3 billion. So that's a huge increase over a number of years. The problem has not been solved. This is an ongoing issue that remains a huge scandal. Your own party colleague, the Lascaux Carla, John McGuinness, has said that TUSLA is not fit for purpose, specifically over issues like this, children going missing. And I mean, when it comes to the historical institutional abuse that we saw, obviously that was an appalling era of our country's history. And I remember when you were speaking about that, you were actually in tears. You were moved to tears by the gravity of what had happened in a previous era of Irish history. And I believe that was something that upset you as it upset us all.
From my heart, I want to say, uppermost in my thoughts today are the survivors. I want to thank them for their patience and their courage. I know that they have been waiting to see this report.
And yet this is something that's happening right now, and there's no solution being provided other than throwing an extra few quid at it, which doesn't seem to be doing much.
No, I think in all due respect, Ben, that is to miss the point. The additional funding that's been provided here is being provided across a variety of different resources to support the work of TUSLA and to support children in particular who require state support. So whether that's providing peer support, we'll say for foster carers, whether that's ensuring that we have appropriate special care settings in place, whether it's ensuring that we have additional residential care spaces available, whether that's ensuring that we have additional staff available. So it's across all areas of the work of TUSLA. We are providing this boost in funding to recognise the work that they do and to enhance their work going forward. That's the purpose of this increase in funding.
TUSLA, they're not fit for purpose. They're not. There's too many kids. There was a child, a 14-year-old girl found in a brothel last year. You know what I mean? She was missing for a year. And like, there's reports came out that kids are going missing out of hotels and everything else, that Pakistani men are pulling up outside hotels and taking them. And then you had the place in Swords that was getting millions in state funding. And these people weren't even vetted properly. They had someone that was changing the vetting forms for them. You know what I mean? So we didn't know who these people were that's minding kids, vulnerable kids in this country.
Yeah.
But this has to stop. TUSLA has to be disbanded. I'm sorry.
You
Something
have
new brought in.
You have new to the parish making out that they're 14 when there could be 35.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And actually, in order to access places where their kids are.
Teach them with schools.
I tell you about TUSLA now. It just brings back a memory there. Yanni, you follow Anna Kavanagh?
No.
Anna Kavanagh does great work. She's a retired school teacher. She does great work in relation to mothers and single mothers and TUSLA. She's constantly calling them out. But around COVID, around 2020, she came onto her live Facebook feed one evening and she said that she had massive news in relation to TUSLA and that she was going to break it in the coming days. Her account disappeared for about 6 months after that announcement. And when she came back, she didn't mention TUSLA or anything for about 2 years after that. Whatever happened, I don't know. I can only speculate. But I met her when we were going to the High Court to get the injunction for the modular home site. I met her up there and I wanted to ask her about it, but we were called into the courtroom and I couldn't. But if I ever see her again, I'm going to ask her in a closed-off, quiet place what happened, because I believe something happened. There's a massive industry in Ireland of child sex trafficking. massive. And it goes from the ordinary Joe soap all the way as far as the High Court, Supreme Court, top-end politicians, solicitors, barristers, lawyers, you name it, they're all involved. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. The proof of it is there.
You should look at Judge Nolan.
Yeah. Judge Nolan is in situ to do a job, and he's doing a great job. He's letting them all off with it.
Yeah.
You know?
But you can't go to court now and represent yourself. They want you to have a solicitor. That's the way it works now. You know what I mean? They'll tell you that, oh no, you're just wasting the court's time. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, nobody knows your case better than you know your case. You know what I mean? And what went on.
Rule. When it comes to family law and Tulsa, they have an in-camera rule. You can't record anything.
Yeah, and you can't talk about it either.
No,
apparently.
you have to sign an agreement, don't you?
Yeah.
So
And the judge will tell you. The judge will tell you that you'll be held in contempt of court if you do speak about it. Yeah, and I know that from facts. I know it's a fact, like, you know what I mean?
You'd wonder what all the secrecy is about, Paul.
Well, it's hardly anything good anyway, Liam.
No.
Judge Nolan needs to be locked up.
Like, you're listening to Norman Foley there talking about X. Do you know what it reminds me of, lads? Around 2015, the HSE were getting about 13 billion a year for the budget, right? And 10 years later, 2025, they're probably getting twice that, 25, 26 billion. Has anything changed with the HSA? Are the hospitals any better?
No, it's worse.
The solution seems to be just keep throwing money at it. It'll go away. But it doesn't go away.
No.
Well, I've just got a text in there now from a friend of mine there. Nick and Eddie Hobbs were talking today about the Department of Children. It was changed after the last budget to the Children, Disability, Equality, Integration and Youth.
Yeah.
Most of the assigned budget is going to integration with meaning IPAS, accommodation, etc. Taking it away from child services. It's disgusting. It is disgusting, and that's what's happening.
I was looking at that last night, Paul. I was breaking down the figures from the budget, and they had something like an extra 1.6 billion allocated to that particular department, but it was set aside for accommodation. They're hiding it, like they're trying to hide it. That's what I said. It adds up to about 7 billion, almost 7 billion next year. You know,
yeah.
And why would you put refugees and migrants accommodation into the same department as handling children?
Yeah, exactly. But then why are they putting IPAS centres right beside schools and creches?
We have one here, so we have an IPAS centre down the town, and it's right next door to Coon Sore Women's Refuge.
Yeah. You were talking about that the last time you were on as well, yeah. Next.
You know.
But just what you were saying there about the hospitals, like I did a post yesterday where it was saying about, you know, all the people that are lying in hospitals for months and months and months because they have nowhere else to go. There's no respite. There's no place in the nursing homes. And why is that? Because what are they doing with the nursing homes? They're closing a lot of them and putting IPAS in there as well. So people who need to, like, you have a knock-on effect. By those people staying in the hospitals, they're taking up beds, but they've nowhere to go, like, because they need proper care because there's not enough nursing homes. Like, how can you think it's okay to close down nursing homes?
And another thing you'll see when the colder days and weeks come in is the older people won't be able to afford to heat their house, so they go up to the hospital and they spend a week in there. Yeah. They just present at the hospital with some kind of an excuse, and they'll be admitted and they'll get warm clothes, warm bed, hot food for the week.
Yeah.
Because they cannot afford to stay in the house by themselves.
No. And there's nothing this time round in the budget. Like, there's no electricity credits or anything this time round. And we would have seen this when we were out doing the elections because we were knocking on the doors. And the amount of, like, elderly would have said to me, you know, we really, you know, have been struggling and we're deciding between how much fuel we put into the fire and whether we turn on the lights. Yeah. Like, this is our elderly.
Yeah.
How can you not look after the elderly in this country? And the majority of them have worked and contributed all their life. And they're left in the house to either decide between food and heating, you know what I mean? Or electricity. Like, it's absolutely disgraceful.
Well,
and then every John, Dick and Harry's coming into the country and everything handed to them.
I'm just going to say it to you, my new neighbours won't have to worry about any of that.
No.
Why? Which new neighbours?
They're getting it all for free.
Oh, all right. Oh, do you live across from there?
100 yards away.
Oh, lovely.
And it's right beside it. Like, there's no
Yeah, no, there's houses
Like,
straight across
you
the road.
wouldn't mind if you were 100 yards away from them, but it's the gate is there and the houses are there. Like it's on top of people. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know much about Clonmel, to be honest with you, Liam, but I'd say them houses were worth a few quid before that went up there.
Yeah, they're not now.
You know what I mean?
Well, actually, there was a corner house. So the entrance to the modular home site, if you stand with your back to that and look across, there was a corner house there. And when she put it up for sale, all the protesting and stuff was going on at the time. And she had to accept 60 grand lower than the market price of the house in order to sell it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And there's a couple of other houses gone up for sale there now as well.
Sure, people don't want to be there now. You know what I mean?
And who's buying them?
Saying that 60 grand, taking
Indians.
60 grand is probably, I know it sounds a lot, but these people probably bought the houses for a lot cheaper years ago. Like, you know what I mean? So they're not losing anything, but they are losing it, really. You know what I mean? When you look at it that way. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
hey, Paul.
What?
Did you just give away Liam's location? Did you just dox another nationalist?
I just said Clonmel.
Oh, no, Paul, you're caught.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to put this out to everyone here.
That'll be the headline now tomorrow.
Yeah.
Paul doxes
Another
the
nationalist. Yeah, another nationalist who docks another nationalist should be thrown out of everywhere. They should not be allowed to be with any of us.
Liam doesn't live in Clonmel at
don't
all.
do that
He
on your
lives
own.
far, far away.
Far, far away, yeah.
You know,
Speaking
like
of far,
the
far away.
cows.
Speaking of far, far away, the Father Ted pund comes in here. This is the Minister of Disinformation and Malinformation talking to Ben Scallon. We come back. Did you see it? Ah, man.
But hold on now. The money was just resting in his account.
That was another one. That was Jim Gavin. But somebody's had to send me in this before we... Hang on, I'm just going to share this before we go with the video. This is Catherine Connolly. Here she is. Here.
Or is that communist one?
Yeah, hold on. Where are you? Get in there. There it is there. From Ben Gilroy. Catherine Connolly has admitted that as a barrister, she worked for banks repossessing family homes. Whether knowingly or not, she was aiding and abetting the fraudulent seizures of people's homes. Her disgrace far outweighs Jim Gavin's. Will she show any honour and step out of the race? She's not stepping out anyway.
God.
She won't.
Yeah.
She's not. She's there for a reason. Have you ever seen her hand gestures?
Sorry?
Yeah.
That tells
you
you
all the time.
That tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah, and she does it. She does it in several photographs as well.
Wow, she does it in every photograph. Every photograph.
Yeah.
Every photograph. I'm going to play. We'll play this and come back.
The current global challenges can seem overwhelming with continued global conflict, climate change and the rise of misinformation.
Sorry, Minister, you were talking about the need to combat misinformation and disinformation, and the last time you and I interacted, you were talking about the need to combat malinformation.
A national counter disinformation and malinformation and misinformation strategy, and I think within the world that we live in at the moment, it is important.
I'm wondering if you could distinguish the difference between malinformation and misinformation.
I don't distinguish it at all, to be honest about it. I put them all into the one. People who intentionally go out and try and distort the public's view of what is fact and what is fiction. I suppose the best representation of it is Dougal, near and far away. When Ted was trying to explain to Dougal what was near and what was far away, some people are very adept at twisting and turning what is an actual fact into a work of fiction. What we want to do is to provide the resources in terms of training to properly constituted media outlets that they are able to disseminate what is a fact and what is a fiction, unlike what Dougal was able to do.
But your department, when I asked them how do they define malinformation, they said that it's information that's based in reality but that is harmful in some way to society or whatever. So not false information, but true information that the government or the state believes will cause some kind of abstract harm to the country more broadly.
That's the answer to your question. What is malinformation? You've given me the answer.
So, but then is your position that the government should be in the business of trying to combat information that's true if it believes that information is harmful? Because that's obviously a step beyond misinformation. Now we're getting into policing correct information that's accurate.
The government should be in the business of supporting media outlets and to make sure that journalism continues to be a well-paid occupation and that people see a career progression in it.
I'm sorry, respectfully, Minister, but respectfully, Minister, that has nothing to do with the question I asked.
Well, you mightn't like the answer, but this is the answer. The government is in the business of making sure that we have good journalists, interrogative and investigative journalists that'll get to the facts about
that's what I'm trying to do. Respectfully, that's what I'm trying to do.
And we can go around the house, and every time I meet you, you ask me the same questions, and I'm going to give you the same answer. This is a country that values its democracy, and it values the position of journalism, and it values the relationship that journalism has with the democracy, and it is also a country that values the ability of news outlets, independent and national broadcasters and other, to be able to have the skill set that are required to disseminate fact from fiction.
So even though something is the truth, if it's against the government or government policy, it's malinformation.
Exactly.
Have you ever heard so much shite in all your life?
Because they don't want us calling anything out.
Well, sure, there's Commission the Man are spending about $5 million a year on all the newspapers and RT outlets. Like they're giving, what did they give RT? $250 million?
$750 million. Yeah,
you know what
750 million.
Yeah, 750 million.
What makes me laugh is he's talking there about malinformation. The state news agency put out at the time of Aisling Murphy's death that she was strangled.
Yes.
Yeah.
When she wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Her head was nearly cut off. He stabbed her so many times in the neck.
Yeah.
And they did that for a reason. They did it to stop the public backlash.
Yeah.
So it's okay for them to lie, but no one else should lie.
But sure, they're not lying at the moment, Liam. Sure, there's no description given when anyone commits a crime anymore. I mean, I think
unless you're Irish.
We've said this before. We reckon the Irish criminals now are on a break because they don't seem to be featured anymore. So they're obviously, they're on a Kit Kat break.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you. I was in the courts for a few months this year and last year about the stupid knife shit charge that I was up on. And I'm telling you, I said 3 out of 4 out of 5. I'd say 80% of all criminals up in the CCJ are foreign, and they all have interpreters. How much is that costing the state? It's costing taxpayers a fortune.
All the state solicitors, Paul, all the state appointed legal teams, they're all making a killing now.
Yeah.
Of course they are.
Of
course they are.
Baby train, why would you stop it?
And 60%, and as I said, I know a prison warden, and 60% in the prisons are foreigners.
Yeah,
I'd say it's more now. I'd say it's more.
It's definitely that, because he's a prison warden. So he sees it every day.
Yeah.
Actually, will you play the video where it says the funny bit? Because that's actually very good. And then we also must play the video with Claire Bourne. This was very interesting that came out today.
Is that the one where she received a present?
Yes, wasn't that very generous?
But
did you not see the trail of cash along the ground?
That's actually illegal. What happened there? You know that?
I know. Yeah.
Let's just play it. It's only 15 seconds.
We've made commitments in our programme for government, and those commitments will be met. But you can't do everything in a single year. They have to be done over 5 years, and you have to move priorities around within each year to ensure that we have a stable economy.
The Sinn Féin.
Well, isn't that lovely?
There you go. Little backhander.
There you go.
How many have the little rent boy with her?
No wonder she's so keen to be, pushing the jab.
Yeah. And then you have young Jack there now. Jack is going to be the new leader of that party. I'm telling you very shortly. Because I think Micheál will be out the door. Yeah. But did you see the way before the election, he was gay.
Won't he?
Yeah, but he came out and said he was gay this time last year, just before the election, to get the gay vote. Now, I knew he was gay all the time, definitely. He has that sneaky look about him, you know what I mean?
Paul!
What?
I think Michael John's not on all the compliments you get. Anyway.
No, well, listen, I've nothing against gay people. Listen, I know gay people. I know lads who are gay. I know girls who are gay. I've no problem with that. It's the other gobshites that I've the problem with, the rainbow cult. You know what I mean? That's the only problem we have. So Sean, we do Sean's videos here all the time. I watch Sean's videos all the time. He's a good young fella. You know what I mean? I like Sean. Look, I've no beef with anything like that.
And I sent on Sean's video to play as well.
Even the vast majority of that community are pissed off or fed up with the...
Yeah.
Yes.
The
Yes,
Q
they are.
crowd
Yeah.
as well, you know.
They don't
Yeah.
want to be part of it. So we
No,
would
why
have had Glenn saying that how many times he did not want to be part of it, you know?
Why would they be?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you see the interview Barbie Cardassian gave to one of the lads yesterday? Did you see that one?
I
Oh,
did,
Was it
yeah.
today? It was today.
Jeez.
Did you see it? I'm gonna just play this
What
now.
is
I'm
that
gonna be honest.
man doing in this country? Can somebody tell me? Why
Well,
is
he looks
he?
more like a man today because he has the shadow.
Why
You
is
know what I mean?
he
The bigger
still
shadow
here?
than me.
And I'm pronouncing
Let's
his
play it.
pronouns correctly. He, him.
It. Yeah. Let's just play it there and we'll come back.
My name's Pat O'Connell. I'm
Yeah.
a journalist
Is
with
there
the Sunday
photographer?
World. There is, yeah.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, how are you? Barbie, are you worried you could be sent back to prison over the threats?
Yeah.
You are worried? I don't, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm worried. Yeah.
You are worried?
Potentially, yeah.
Have the guards spoken to you about the threats that you made?
No, I could be charged. Yeah.
You could be charged. So the guards have been in
No,
contact?
they haven't spoken to me. But the only reason why I think I could be charged is because of what I read in the article.
Okay. Did you say those things?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you mean those
Yeah.
things? So you do want to stab the prison governor, do you?
Yeah.
You do? But Barbie, can you understand?
And my parents. I want to murder my parents more than I want to murder the governor.
Can you understand how that makes those people feel? That
I
they'd
want to
be
make them
very
scared.
worried.
I want to make them frightened.
But you realise by making these threats that those are threats to kill, and that there's a 10-year sentence applicable for
I think
making.
it's at 12 years. 12 years for a prison officer. Or, I don't know, 10 or 12. It's a long time. It's a significant amount of time.
But do you not see that that's going to put you back behind bars? Do you want to go?
Potentially.
Do you want to go back to jail, Barbie?
No, but I think it's worth it, you know. If it makes the people frightened, if it makes them feel fear for their lives, then yeah, it's worth it.
But it's
Can
you.
we come in from the shoulder?
Yeah, sure. But it is you who will go back to prison,
Yeah.
and you don't care.
No, prison's tough. Prison's tough. Prison, it's not as simple as that, you know.
Well, you were in prison on a segregation wing for the last 2 years, and
Yeah.
you were in with some fairly.
Well, even when I was in the women's prison, I was still on the segregation wing.
Okay,
So
but
it was on 5 years. 5 years I was on segregation for.
In the segregation wing in the men's prison in Limerick, you were in with Jonathan Dowdall
Yeah.
and Freddie Thompson.
Yeah.
Did you have much contact with them?
Yeah. No, not really. I didn't really talk to them that much, but I overheard a lot of the conversations they had. I eavesdropped on a lot of the conversations.
Love of God.
That thing is nuts.
For
Nuts.
the love of God. What?
Now, could you imagine me
doing?
doing a video like that? Could you imagine me doing a video like that saying I was going to kill my parents and a governor? I'd be locked back up in prison. I'd be arrested today. I'd be gone.
Imagine if
Just
Enoch
wanna-
Work made those threats outside the school.
Exactly. Now you have it. He'd be locked up. Fitz or Mr. Gold blocked again. He texts me. I didn't block anyone here now, to be honest with you, Mr. White there. So, no, we didn't block. I don't block anyone here. There's one person I block all the time, but it wasn't Mr. Gold. So, I didn't do anything to that now.
Like, again, I asked the question. He's Brazilian. What is he doing in this country? Why is he walking round where he might just take a notion to stab somebody if they look at him the wrong way?
But it was Humpty Dumpty who signed off on that bill for the Gender Equality Act. It was Humpty Dumpty that done it. You know what I mean? And then
excellent
denied it.
welfare. That's why he's here.
Yeah.
What did you say, Liam?
We have excellent welfare rates. That's why he's here.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Like the
And
rest of
medical cards. And he probably got a free house and everything else that goes with it.
He got
That's
the HRT in prison. Someone's saying there, Fionnuala is saying. Liam, someone's asked there, has Liam got a channel of his own?
No.
No.
Not yet.
No.
Liam,
Not
Liam
yet.
could be, hey, do you know who Liam could be? The new Nick. The new Nick Delahunty.
I don't have
the new
every
What?
He could be the new Orla.
No, Paul, actually, you can go. Liam can be my co-host.
Yeah, well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Paul, Liam, I'm sure you get videos up very fast, unlike Paul.
I'm sure. I like the way you said videos. Yeah.
He does a great job, in fairness to him.
Yeah, thanks very much, Liam. People don't realise the job I have to do here. You know what I mean? Mammy, I won't be popular for this comment, but I prayed for that poor man Barbie after seeing that clip last night. Any migrants crime, deport them straight away. Yeah. I prayed for that poor man. Fair play to you. You're getting his pronoun or her pronouns wrong. It's a they, them. Yeah. And why? Because Orla is the boss. Yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah. Not apologising, Paul. No problem, Chris.
Oh yeah, Paul gets all upset when I mention wanting a new co-host.
Yeah. I'm the man here. You're the co-host. Remember that.
Oh, please.
Okay, what did you want me to put? The funny bit, was it?
We'll do the. It says the funny bit. It's up at the top. It says funny bit.
Funny bit at the end. I have it here. Now I have them pulled down here. Let's play.
Catherine,
this.
why did you hire someone with a conviction from the Special Criminal Court?
Well, as last Cian Carla. Sorry, just one sec.
Catherine.
Heather, did you oppose the drink driving legislation?
No. I absolutely condone drink driving.
Do you mean you don't condone it?
Yeah. Now, Jim, you owed a former tenant €3,600. Did you ever give it back?
Well, it was a very stressful time for me and my family.
Did you give it back, like?
Why are you asking me that for? Oh,
you all right?
Oh, I'm looking into it.
All right, okay, you're good. Yeah. Could you stop playing football for just a second?
Do you support fox hunting?
Well, at home I have 2 dogs, 1 cat, actually a mouse as well. I have a bird, a parrot.
Up the dubs, 6 in a row, the Air Force as well. I don't even want to be president. I don't know why I did this.
I live on a farm, so I have a couple of cows, I have a horse, I have a donkey, I have a pet worm. I love my pet worm. A couple of frogs. I have one animal that I'm not quite sure what it is.
Any foxes?
I have a couple of foxes, yeah, which I hunted.
Wait, you hunted them?
No, I'm just trying to ask you about... God, Catherine, that's incredible. You're class at this. Would you just... Catherine, yeah, okay, look. Oh my God.
And you condone drink driving?
Don't have the 5th pint.
It's like a permanent episode of Father Ted. Dear brilliant. God of Almighty, there is no hope for this country.
But that's what makes
we're talking about spoiling the vote. Okay. Yeah. And is this illegal? Is it illegal to take a picture of your vote? Apparently it is. Is it somebody said it's illegal? I take a picture of my ballot paper all the time. I've done it myself. I've done it. But what I'm saying is, if you're spoiling your vote, make sure you take a picture of your vote, and then send it in to us, and we'll have it all. Like, your name is not on it. Don't get me wrong. But if there's 100,000 spoiled votes, they're not going to report 100,000 spoiled votes. But if we've 100,000 pictures of spoiled votes, they can't deny that. You know what I mean? So I'll put it out to everyone. If you're spoiling your vote, take a picture of your vote, send it in to us, or send it in to someone, and we can put it in a database that we have these all there, and say, well, listen, the media is talking bullshit here. This is what happened, and why isn't it being reported? So I think the spoil your vote thing is going to be very good now. I really do. Like, you know what I mean? People were asking me yesterday. You were saying it to me yesterday. Go on. Sorry. What?
You could start a thread on X and ask people to post their pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we might do then. Yeah, that's what we might do then. Yeah, get it up there. Post your picture. Send it in here. That we'll have all the pictures there. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Yeah, we'll get that set up and do what we have to do.
Because they're not going to release the information. Like, they're just going to carry on as normal.
Yeah.
Of course they are. Yeah. But someone said it to me yesterday. Oh, I heard if you spoil your vote, it goes to them, who's ever in the lead. And if you spoil your vote is spoiled. It goes to nobody. That's why it's a spoiled vote.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's different if you put numbers on them 1, 2, and 3. You know, that's how these gobshites get in all the time. Listen, I've had it myself. I've had pictures sent in of my actual ballot papers in the general elections. And you can see there's X's, there's 1s, there's 2s over the X's. There's like anyone that voted for me only put 1 for me. They didn't put 1, 2, 3, 4. They didn't go down the card. And I think they should have put X's and all the other ones and just a 1 on me, because what happened with mine were getting changed from like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I was number 11. Like, why would you do that? Unless mine was a 1 and they just put a 1 or a 2 beside it. This is what they did. And we have loads of documentation of that as well from people all around the country. Michelle Keane has a case.
That time, wasn't she?
Yeah.
But then, Paul, you had the other problem with all your spoiled votes as well. Liam,
yeah, I know the spoiled votes.
You did. You had all the ones for the women, like little notes saying, "I love Paul."
Yeah.
Little love heart beside it.
Yeah.
Are you sure they want
No.
phone numbers?
They're all over 60, Liam. They're jumping over barriers to get a Paul. I have to hire security for him. This is why you have to buy me a coffee.
Like a modern day Joe Dolan.
Oh, yeah. Loads of knickers all over the place. I've knickers everywhere here.
He's the Hugh Hefner of Kulak.
Also, Angie Mulcahy saying also take a copy of the number on the back of your voting sheet.
Okay.
Do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, no, we're finished up soon. There's a good one there with the head and unders of Ireland summarising everything. This is this guy on TikTok. He's very good, actually. He's very funny.
Yeah, I'll do that now. Use a pen also, not a pencil.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what I did.
I brought my own pens. I left a load of IFP pens all around the place, all in the place. I did, honestly, yeah. I have a load of Word and Force ones there as well now to get rid of on the next one, so I'll do that. Spoiled vote gets counted. Send a message, SOS to the world. Yes, exactly. Spoil the vote. Yes, spoil everything. Sneaky look about him. Yeah, there is. Orla, haha, cup of time. Pat Walsh, fine. I'm from Finglas. It's no bother. We will say hello to you too. Spoil the vote. Spoil the vote. Yeah, Paul only does. Paul only does this for women. Paul only does this
only for those women.
Yeah. I tell you, I don't know what you played and think I am. I tell you now. Chance to be a fine thing, like, you know what I mean? But listen, I don't mind taking the stick, you know what I mean?
It's terrible just to get bullied on the show the whole time, isn't it?
I know, yeah, and I know.
It's not like he's just loving every minute of it.
Yeah. That's a bit of crack, isn't it?
Listen,
if they're laughing at me, they're leaving someone else alone. You know what I mean? So yeah.
They have a laugh back soon. Might as well keep laughing.
What'd you say, Ian?
We might as well keep laughing because they'll tax us for laughing soon enough.
Oh yeah, true enough. Yeah. It's about the only thing we've left in Ireland is a good sense of humour.
Yeah. Now somebody sent me in this as well. Now it's 9 minutes. I'll play that towards the end. Okay. It's about these digital IDs. I think we need to get this out. The dangers of digital ID. But I'm going to play this Ireland one. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've really been considering moving to Ireland. The green fields and the scenery look absolutely beautiful. The food is supposed to be exquisite. The culture, phenomenal. The schooling system, free education, I mean, who can say no to that? The healthcare system is supposed to be cheap and effective. The transport system is supposed to be great. I hear good things about the Dart and the Lewis. It looks a really safe place to live with a low crime rate. It looks like there's some lovely housing options. Nice small cottage, burning turf and a fireplace to keep yourself warm. Oh yeah? And what fucking planet is that on? Because it's not Earth. The scenery is great, alright, yeah, if it stops fucking raining long enough for you to see it. You're right about the food, in fairness, it is pretty good. And if you're earning about $1,000 a week, you might get to taste some of it. You might actually be onto something with the culture thing, because the Irish culture has been diminished to the point that everyone else's culture actually matters more. So you'll probably arrive here and feel right at home. The schooling system is an absolute scam. You have to pay for 2 uniforms a year, books, extracurricular activities, trips here and there. Actually, this year we got hit with a €25 fee for photocopying. Would you believe that? They have a back to school allowance, but you need to be in receipt of a government payment already to get it. So if you're working, you're fucked. I don't know where you're after reading that about the healthcare system, because it's been on its knees for years, possibly the worst on planet Earth. You actually would do more damage to your mental health by going in trying to fix something that's wrong with your physical health. The Dart and the Lewis is nothing but cloaks and daggers, because we possibly have the worst transport system in the whole of fucking Europe. Actually, if you're going to get the bus, you want to plan it 4 hours in advance and bring a packed lunch. This low crime rate carry on is another fucking myth. We don't even have police on the streets because they're all inside in the courtrooms every single morning dealing with criminals. The idea of having a cottage on a fire and burning turf is absolutely gone. Eamon Ryan made sure of that. But if you've about $2,000 a month to spare, you would get a nice 1-bedroom apartment if you manage to beat off the other 500 people that show up to view it. But other than all that, it is actually a great place to live.
Summed it all up in one.
Did. Fair play to him, I tell you. Fair play.
He's very good. His videos are very, very funny, like, to know.
John Paul Williams. Paul, if the majority of vote cards are spoiled, will the election be not valid enough to have a rerun? I'm thinking it's looking like it is now. Like, you know what I mean? With the two, like, Jim Gavin is still on the ballot. He's still,
he's still
on
there,
the ballot now. Like, I can see stuff coming out about these other pair of gobshites in the next couple of days. So We mightn't have no. I might just throw my name into the hat myself. I only have to put up a few bleeding posters. You know what I mean? We'll see. But I think it's a farce, to be honest with you. I really do think it's a farce. There should be at least six. There should be at least 6 people running there.
If you weigh it up, they've actually shown how much disdain they have for the presidency. Because they all had 18-month time frame to get someone in to represent them, and this is the best they could do. Like
Siobhan early there's at the button up. So Paul, so what are you on about, Paul? I fell in love with you about an hour ago, and I'm watching you for ages. Thanks, Siobhan. Fair play to you.
Please do not encourage him. I swear to God.
Do encourage me. Digital ID is war surveillance card, all your med history, and can stop you from using your card to buy food and everything.
Yeah.
Liam looks so relaxed there in that big leather chair. He is so relaxed.
He's very chilled out.
Well, I finished work at 9:30, so I am relaxed.
Yeah. Angie, a candidate, what's Angie saying? A candidate to be elected needs 12.5% of the vote. If under that, they can't be elected. Well, that's okay. Karen Green, Maria Steen is asking for the election to be cancelled and the selection process started again due to Jim Gavin. I think she's right, and I think it should be called.
I posted that this morning.
Connolly was a barrister for landlords and land agents evicting Irish tenants. Yeah, we showed that there a while ago. Don't give them any ideas. Yeah. I already have a digital ID. I'm watching this on it. A digital ID. Okay. If Martin isn't available, Paul will have to do. Okay.
What?
Available for what? Siobhan your trousers before your mother gets home, Paul. Glad to get rid of there with theirs and look row. Okay. Right, I'm going to play this digital ID one. It's, as I said, it's 9 minutes long, but it's well worth a watch. You know what I mean? It gives it to you in a nutshell, and I'm going to make myself a cup of tea now before I finish up. So, what are we at? 1:55. Yeah, this will bring us up. Yeah, we still have a bit to do, and we'll get through this. Just stay with us there, Liam, if you want, and we'll come back and talk about this.
Frankie, how you going? 15 years.
Welcome to Utopia. On citizen arrival, 07.
So glad to be back home. So what's been happening? Anything at all?
No, nothing's changed.
What a beautiful day.
Processing. GPS coordinates confirmed.
What on earth are you doing?
I'm starting the car. What do you think I'm doing? What the... Did you throw out any rubbish?
No, of course not.
Is that yours?
Hey, it's my bandana. It must have fallen out of my pocket. So what?
I'm looking for a credit card.
A credit card? What for?
The car won't start unless I pay the fine. Now you understand?
How about this one? It's Margaret's.
The car's in my name.
Well, so? Margaret won't mind.
Margaret,
Frank, have you seen my credit card?
you left it in my car.
That's great. Just great.
Why?
I just got fined. Can you drop it off to me?
I'm walking.
Oh, no, not you too.
What are you looking for?
Some beer.
There's no beer, Jack. Besides, alcohol is bad for you.
You know my mother, Frank. Is that a camera?
New regulations. There's one in every home, in every room. It's for our own good, Jack.
You gotta be kidding me. Are you telling me that
Alcohol is illegal, smoking is illegal, and we're all much healthier now. And our insurance premiums are low.
This is madness. What's become of this country?
Just keep your voice down.
Why? You're gonna fire me? Did I just get fined? This is too fucking much. What the hell were you people thinking?
Don't swear.
This is too fucked up. Your government, fucked up. Your rules are fucked up. You're all fucked up.
Have you finished?
Go fuck yourself. Now I am.
Follow me. Hey.
What the hell?
No cameras. No fines. Take a seat.
So it's all come down to this.
No choice. People started making their bathrooms bigger and nicer than the rest of their houses. But the government and council caught on fast and set limits to the size you can build your bathroom.
Is there anything you don't get fined for?
I'll have to think about that one.
How's this work?
There's a government app on your phone. You point and take a snapshot of any offence, and the government gives you 10% commission from every fine you record.
I'm sorry, Jack, but you can't stay.
Why?
$2,000 in fines, Jack? What the hell were you thinking? We also get fined because it's our house.
I promised to pay you back.
It's not just the money. You've affected everything we do. Until we pay our fines, we miss out on shopping discounts, public transport, bank loans. Everything.
I'm your brother, Frank.
I can't fight it anymore, Jack. We hate it too.
Why don't you just get up and leave the country?
We can't leave.
Why?
We have a mortgage. Any debts, big or small, you can't travel outside the country. Simple as that.
All the changes started happening slowly after you left. I did the protests, but teenagers and hippies on the streets aren't convincing enough.
I'll leave in the morning.
Jack, just some advice. If you help anyone with a red wristband, you get fined too. But whatever you do, never ever pay for anyone else's fine.
Hello.
Are you okay?
Why are you sleeping here?
I don't have a home.
Why don't you sleep at a hotel?
They won't take cash.
So where will you live now?
Here.
Processing. GPS coordinates confirmed.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Margaret, nice to
Ticket, sir.
see you.
Sir, your ticket and passport, please.
Welcome to Utopia. Citizen departure 676. Citizen arrival 077. Non-citizen arrival 077.
I'm sorry, sir, but you have unpaid fines.
Margaret, please, look, I'll pay them another time. I've got to get out of here.
Sir, in order for your check-in to proceed, you need to pay the outstanding fines.
Why are you doing this? How much?
$2,000, your credit card, please.
I don't have a credit card. I've only got cash.
We can't accept cash.
Margaret, please, press some button. I beg you, fix this. I've got to get out of this country. Please.
Please move away from the counter. If you do not move, I will have to fine you.
I don't care anymore.
Sorry, Jack.
I know you are. I forgive you.
Have a safe flight, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Warning. Illegal payment detected. Do not move from your current location. Your cooperation is appreciated. Thank you.
Can I ask you a question? Why are you always smiling?
Because I'm free.
That's exactly what's going to happen, people. People don't realize this digital ID, the mark of the beast. That's what's happening here. I'm telling you.
I was thinking about this digital ID, Paul, and it could take a whole other level in Ireland because of the amount of corruption we have. And you know the way you've got like MyGov ID,
Mm-hmm.
and you need a MyGov ID account in order to access revenue online, social welfare, medical card, etc. You can't access without it. You want to renew your driver's license, if you want to renew your passport, you need a MyGov ID. What they'll do is they'll amalgamate a digital ID with the MyGov ID. And you can already see it taking place because Ryanair now are not printing paper boarding passes anymore. Your car taxation discs are not going to be posted out to you after January. In January next year, you won't get them. They'll be all digitally stored.
And neither is the insurance.
Yeah, so like it's not a massive stretch to see how they could combine it all together.
Yeah.
You know, like if you think about it, we kind of have a system like that in place. You kind of have like a gun to the head politics in Ireland anyway, because if you don't do what you're told, you'll get a fine or you'll be brought before the courts or whatever. So it's just another level of that, really. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
but like the data, they gathered all the data for this during COVID. I'm convinced
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, I'm convinced it's just a simulation just to see how easy it would be to implement it.
Exactly.
And when they saw people wearing masks, they knew they had it, like, you know.
Yeah.
Well, apart from us few rebels who wouldn't do as we were told.
Yeah. But us few rebels have lost an awful lot. You know, I'm being honest with you. We have, you know what I mean? We've lost an awful lot since COVID. Well, I have. And anyway, I've sacrificed an awful lot because of this shit. You know what I mean? People have been saying to me, why don't you just pack it in? Why don't you do this? Why don't you? Like, I'm going to be honest, Liam, I can't unsee what I've seen. I can't stop doing what I'm doing. It's just...
We're awake. You can't go back to sleep.
Yeah, you can't. You know what I mean?
The same. Like, I think we all, any of us that resisted it, lived through it, and we all see, like, for me, it was like a lesson in stupidity.
Yeah.
And exactly how so stupid some people are. And look, I don't blame the people, because at the end of the day, they were subject to military grade psychological warfare.
Yeah, they were coarse. Yes.
You know, so I don't blame the people. I really attach no blame to people at all. But you know, it's hard not to see it now. Like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's everywhere now. It's everywhere now.
This is what you laugh at. Like, we're like walking miracles, because the government said we were all going to be dead because we wouldn't take the shots.
Yeah, especially us, the anti-vaxxers, you know.
The problem will be, lads, that they will term it under the guise of being more convenient. And there's a couple of generations there now that were born after the internet, and that's all they know is convenience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we weren't.
Exactly. And that's where you're going to have a massive problem.
Actually, we are the last generation. We're the last generation to know a life before technology, you know, before like really exploded.
Yeah.
We are the last generation.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's actually quite scary when you think about it, you know?
I've just got a video sent in to me. Apparently, Bordnamona are moving into that chap's bog tomorrow to take over. The government are going in to take over that bog. So I'm just going to play this video.
What
okay,
bog?
just let me put this up.
Liam O'Gorman, is it?
Liam O'Gorman's bog. Yeah, yeah. Let's play this and we'll come back.
Please excuse the nighttime video. I've just received very disturbing information that Liam Gorman's Pete, his year's hard work of peat harvest, which he has stored in his yard, is going to be under direct attack tomorrow morning from staff, or whatever you'd like to call them, who work for Bordnamona. Liam, unfortunately, due to unseen circumstances, had to go out of the picture for a term, and they must have knew this. They've sent threatening letters to people who they knew that were standing up for Liam. They've sent them threatening letters to say stand back tomorrow while they go in and steal Liam's entire year's harvest of peat, which he needed to go forward to feed his family for the rest of the year and pay his bills and pay all his staff. Get this video shared far and wide, that if these people do go in and attempt to remove Liam's peat, his property which he owns, which he is going to use to feed his family and pay his bills, as I said, and pay his staff and keep his show running like every other person in this country. If they do go in to start to steal this peat, there's going to be first to be a protest that they'll have to go through, and secondly, there's going to be videos of it shared far and wide across the world to show what the Bordnamona and Irish government are capable of doing to steal people's property. I want to get this video, please, shared as far and wide as you can across the country, and anywhere we can get it out there to show the people of Ireland and indeed the whole world what the Irish government are actually capable of doing with their cronies and their heavies in Bordnamona to go in and steal a man's hard-earned property, his fuel to feed his family, or his crop, whatever you like to call it, that's going forward to feed him and his family for the rest of the year. This is a total disgrace. The day after budget, they've made enough to show themselves on budget day without starting to do this to a man. Please, everybody, get this video shared far and wide across, not just Ireland, across the world, to show what we are dealing with here. The corruption that lays deep within the heart of Ireland against its own people. Thank you.
God, I remember this now.
I was actually in the court when this was brought up with Patrick McGreal.
It was a few months ago, yeah.
I seen the chap. It was months ago.
Mm.
And now they're going in. If anybody has the air code for that, please, people are looking in the comments here for the air code.
Yeah.
Maybe they want to go down and help them and stand and protest. But I would, if anyone can get down there tomorrow morning and help out, please do.
Well, I know I recognise the voice that made that video. So
do you? Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I might mess. You'll know who it is as well. I'll tell you afterwards.
Oh, you do? Well, maybe they can. Maybe if you do know them, text them and get the air code so as people can get down there in the morning, because people need to be there to help this man out.
Paul, remove that comment. Paul, remove that comment. We know who that is.
Okay, I didn't even see it. I didn't even read it.
Yeah.
Oh, I seen who it was there now. I just clicked on it. Sorry.
Yeah.
But
go away.
The
know who you are over these fake things.
Yeah, we know. That's why he's being blocked now. That's being blocked.
You'll have to fill me in, lad.
Oh, I will in a few minutes.
We will in a few minutes. Put a few pennies in your grab a coffee, Paul. Doing a grand job. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, somebody asked me there for the video of that digital ID thing.
Actually, I will. Yeah, I'm going to message the guy now over that, because I actually know who it is.
Do and see if he can give us an air code of where that is. If that other guy who wants that video, or anybody who wants that video, send me in a text there to 089 203 1521, and I can send that video on to you through WhatsApp.
I see all the previous Liam Gorman videos, and I tell you, lads, it would be a stretch to say there could be someone shot up there.
Yeah. I've seen the videos. Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah, and he's only a little fella, but he's a hardy little fucker. You know what I mean? He is, I have to say, and he's a nice guy. I was talking to him at the courts there. You know,
it's not the size of the Paul.
No, I know. Oh, I know that. Yeah. Donegal
Liam,
people.
is there any,
Donegal here.
what's the update on Sean Meehan? I haven't heard anything in a while.
So Sean, the last court case Sean was at, he was sentenced to 4 months probation, suspended sentence, and the judge as well removed the case from the local court. It's now in a higher court, a county court. So it's restarting again on the November the 4th. It's restarting from scratch.
Sorry, Liam, say that again. I was just messaging that guy just to see if he can release the location. Sorry, say that again.
Well, at Sean's previous court case, he was given a 4-month suspended sentence.
That's right, and he appealed it.
And the judge at the time then decided to move the case from the circuit court, I think it's called, up to the county court. The next court up anyway. And now there's a new judge residing, and the whole case restarts from scratch. So he has to go through it all again. And that's on November the 4th in Clonmel.
Yeah, I was talking to him in Clonmel when we had the marks that time, and he was talking. We done a video with him.
Right.
And he told me all about it, yeah. But the whole idea, that Sean Meehan thing, that's on his land. It's his land. He paid for it himself. Come on.
The biggest mistake that man made, he didn't give the county council a brown envelope.
Yeah, now you have it. That's the thing here, isn't it?
But do you remember it was said, Liam, where he didn't have, what was the excuse, the two excuses, that he didn't have an economic reason to be there, and there was another reason. The other reason was to do with his heritage or something like that. Sure, his whole family, down to his grandparents and everything, are from that area.
Yeah.
Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. And then you have iPass centres going up right, left and centre and no planning. Like, it's just an absolute joke.
Have you seen Tracy O'Mahony's latest video?
Yeah.
She did one a couple of days ago. Is that the one?
He explains about the costs of Ukraine and all that. And then she said,
yes, I shared it, yes.
An elderly couple, and the man was on the winning streak, I think, in the 80s. And he won a few pounds, and he bought a piece of land, and he bought a shipping container, and he converted it into like a granny flat for the two of them. And then a neighbour a mile and a half down the road complained, and now they've been brought through the course. They want to evict them and get them out of there as well. Like, these people are in their 70s, and just like Sean Meehan, they cost the state nothing. They done it all themselves, completely self-sufficient. Solar panels, the whole lot. It makes no difference.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. It's as if
in Dublin who were made remove their modular home as well.
Well, sorry, what?
Do you remember the family in Dublin? They had to take down their home as well. Absolutely. And that was on their own land, the family land.
Yeah.
Somebody has just sent me in a video for Sean Meehan. Just let me see.
Okay. I just haven't seen anything in a while on him.
Hang on. It's 3 minutes long.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, we have a few minutes just to do that, and then we'll get that going. So I'll add it in here. Otherwise, we'll be pissing against the wind. So, while that's loading there, you can see me freezing there while it's loading, you know what I mean, because of the internet. But, I think, had you anything else there? Or I know you sent me over loads of stuff there, yeah. Can I just play? I have this here, right? Racism in Ireland, right? There was a thing done the other night. Just watch this. This one is into everything, this one. So just let's watch this.
I'm just going to ask you one question, right? How often do you get racially abused?
I can...
No, in public, not online.
In public, yes. I can actually tell you a story from a few months ago when 3 young fellas actually racially abused me and homophobically abused one of my friends at the exact same time, walking from Stephen's Green up to Bambino, and belted us out of it with dog biscuits and called me the M-word. And called him the F-word.
Have you had
So
more...
explain that.
Sorry, okay.
Me and my friends have so many situations. Men can look at you and try to chat you up, and the minute you turn them down, they become racist.
No, I understand from that. But in Ireland, have you had more positive experiences with Irish people than negative?
Negative, and that's why I grew up in a predominantly white school my whole life. The minute COVID hit and I started embracing my black side, I cut off literally every single white person I was friends with apart from 3 people. So yes.
I've seen racism in Ireland and it is something we need to address and not pretend it's not there. And I really think Taim was trying to sweep that racism under the carpet. And I really wanted to jump into the conversation, but I felt like it's not my place. You know, Sophie can speak from experience. I can only speak from what I've seen other people go through.
Just because you didn't have the same life as me, I don't know who you were hanging around with growing up.
I don't believe that she's had more experiences when it comes to racism in this country than myself. I came here in the early 2001s. Racism was incredibly high. There were certain areas that you couldn't walk through in Tala by yourself as a black person. I was attacked. I've had fights over racism. So I've seen the progress that this country's made, and I've been a part of some of the work that's helped move the needle forward towards race relations in this country.
I like that guy, Teo. He's good. He tells the truth, like, you know what I mean? He really does.
Yeah.
And like, I'm going to be honest with you. I lived over in Clonee when I was in Clonee, a multicultural estate. I'm telling you, we Russians, we Ukrainians, even before the Ukrainian war, we Brazilians, we Nigerians, we Congolese. Everybody got on. Like, none of the kids slag the black kids or anything like that. Like, kids don't see colour.
No.
It's adults that see colour, and adults. I have heard of. Now, what I have heard is that the Eastern European kids used to slag the black kids and call them niggers and everything else. Okay. But they're hearing that in the home. Like, they're not learning that. They're hearing the mother and father saying that. The father's probably, oh, look at that little black fucker outside, or that little, you know, and that's the only racism I've seen over there now, I'm being honest with you. And as I said, my kids played with everyone. Like, kids don't see colour, they don't see anything, you know what I mean? They just see other kids that they're playing with, you know, that's it. It's adults that cause racism and divide between everyone. You know what I mean? I've never seen the racism over there, but I'm white. But listen.
Paul, actually, just when we're talking about this, there's a video there. It's only 1 minute 30 seconds. It's called Schools UK, and that's actually on. Yeah, it's about a teacher in a school. Wait till you hear this.
Okay, we play that, and then we'll play the Sean Mean one, and then we will.
Okay, and then we'll finish up. Okay.
Well, talk to you now.
You just can't make this stuff up, can you? So a parent was arrested for complaining to a teacher because the teacher was teaching the children in the school that the St. George's flag, the England flag, is racist. So the parent went into the school to make a complaint about the teacher and what they were teaching children in an English school in England about the English flag. And the parent was arrested and held by the police for 8 hours. What is going on in England? You pretty much heard the Labour conference where they pretty much said everything is racist, isn't it? But here's another good example of how England and other parts of the United Kingdom are changing rapidly, where children are being taught in schools that the English flag is racist. Since the parent has been released by the police after being held for 8 hours, he's since removed his daughter from the school in case she is branded racist.
Wow, that's crazy, isn't it? Paddy Orders there's at the post in. I've played football with Africans as a teenager. There was never a problem. Most Irish people are good people. What is going on in this country is different. This is mass migration, and it's too much.
Exactly. Exactly.
Muslims teach their kids that whites are evil. Flat below me, kids say shit to me in their lingo and laugh, and I can't say anything. They're racist as fuck. Yeah. There is an awful lot of racism around there against people.
Who's the one crowd you can't be racist towards? Or you can be racist towards, sorry. Caucasians.
Yeah.
And they get away with it.
Exactly.
Yeah. A lot of them play the race card too, like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody's asking there. Somebody's asking about the link there for go buy me a coffee. If you can buy a coffee, please do, people. I'm gonna put it in the comments there. The link goes across the bottom, but I'll put it in the comments there so we just have it there. thanks very much. If you want to buy us a coffee, please do, because Orla drinks some amount of Bulmers, so Jesus, somebody has to pay for that Bulmers.
Excuse me, look, again, water.
How are you, Paul? I put in
But
money
you know
last
what?
week.
You know what?
There's
Wait
no
till I
link
see you
today.
on Saturday, and you'll know all about it then.
Clonmel champagne is not cheap.
Yeah.
Only
It's
the
not
best.
that cheap Prosecco either.
All I say is, here, Liam, you know the big vats at the Bulmers. I just say I should go in there and offer my service. I'll just bring a straw.
Put a diving board on it.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Diving board on top of it.
Exactly. Can't be
Right,
Bulmers.
we play this Sean Mean one and we finish up then, right?
Okay.
Monday, the 6th of October, and we've had great support for the videos we put up with Sean Mean in his lovely cabin on his plot of land. But the news I have this morning, unfortunately, isn't good. Sean is now in court on the 4th of November here in Clonmel, and it's the higher court. As far as I know, now I'm not a legal expert, but as far as I know, this is because it was pushed out of the local court by the last judge, and now the case will start off again from the very beginning. Well, I suppose for those of us that have followed it for the last number of years, this is kind of the way this Sean has been treated. It's been, when we think that everything is settled down, it kicks off again. And this morning now, Sean just rang me. I'll put up the picture there of the letter he got, just telling him about the court case. But what I really just want to relate to people is that he's very delighted with the support and the reception that his last videos have got on all the social media. And he's also said he doesn't want to do a video at the moment because this news now he'll have to again prepare to go back into court here in Clonmel. So that's basically where we're at. So look, I'm just relaying what Sean has told me to tell you that he's going to be in court on the 4th of November in Clonmel. We'll probably we'll advertise it again. I think it'd be nice if you had a bit of support again in Clonmel on that day, and I'll keep you posted on any further updates. But again, if everyone that's following on Facebook, there's 12,000 followers, if you could just share any videos and get Sean's name out there again, because I firmly believe that it's going to take people power to keep Sean in his cabin. And we all know what's going on in the country at the moment regarding housing. And here we have a Tipperary man who is trying his best to keep a roof over his head at his own expense. And he's trying his best. So look, that's the news today on Monday, the 6th of October. Unfortunately, it's not great news for Sean, because he has to go do it all again now. He also has there's a High Court case ongoing, a judicial review, but that hasn't, we've no date for that. So look, it's all hassle for Sean, and he's had his health problems. So look, all support as regards the videos is much appreciated, and just get his name out there, and I'll keep you informed, okay? And thanks very much, okay?
Fair play.
And he's such a lovely man.
I've just got a message in there. Bordnamona exposed post. We've just been informed that there were trespassers on Garrymore Bog a short time ago. Serious amount of shots fired, we were told. And the intruders disappeared into the darkness of night into the wooded area.
Yep.
Now we know why Bordnamona were trying to cut the locks off the gates. Their plan is to do criminal damage in the darkness of the night.
Yeah.
With what has been told tonight, I wouldn't advise anyone to even think about it to come down. Things can get out of hand very easily. Bordnamona think they are a law unto themselves. Well, it looks like they will soon find out who has the authority. There will be no more criminal damage done in Garrymore Bog.
Right, so that lad has actually messaged me, so I listen to it now when the show's over.
Right, we're going to have to shut this down now, people. Thanks very much, Paul, Orla, everyone. Thank you very much, Liam, for dropping in there. If you want to drop down there for a minute, I will.
For the green room.
you stay on for the after show party. Is usually better than the show itself. So I'll drop you down. Liam, thanks very much. You were brilliant. Very informative tonight. Thanks, mate.
No water.
Orla, I'm going to say the same to you. I'm going to drop you down because I only have a minute to sort this out, and we have the national anthem. So I'll talk to you in a minute. Night. Thank you very much. Well, people, as we say every night that we're here, we've been busy here tonight. It's been go, go, go. We're 2.5 hours in there now. So what I say every night is what we always say. The truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose, and it will defend itself. Good night and God bless.